Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention LOVE20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
This is the story of a DNA experiment gone mostly wrong.
BJ and Migs. Mornings.
Consider this.
This happy couple, for instance, have a real problem.
How could you? Remain calm.
Out of sight.
Be ready for anything.
The pros and cons.
Do not cross the streams.
This is BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Shania Twain and the Foo Fighters were co-headliners at Saturday's Austin City Limits show. Oh, that's a show right there.
Yeah, I always wanted to go check out the Austin City Limits because also I always wanted to go to Austin. Austin just sounds like an awesome place to check out, especially if you're a music fan.
Yeah, we almost had one of our conventions in Austin, but it didn't work out.
We did Nashville.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, Nashville.
Also, Austin, last year, it almost happened in Austin, but instead we went to Dallas.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, look at that.
So, apparently, Shania did not know this, a big fan of the Foos.
Huh. Yeah, I have no idea what's on her playlist, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I do know that she was once like in a rock band. I saw that recently where she was like in a cover band. Seems like every country artist at some point started in a rock band and then, not to be rude, but couldn't make it as a rock artist. And it's like, screw it, let's sing some country songs.
Yeah, you're right. That does seem to help. That does seem to be a formula for a lot of country folks.
Hootie paved the way.
Yeah, the band was called, I never know how to pronounce this word, Fracas? How do you...
That's Fracas?
Yeah.
Or is it tomato kind of a thing?
I think, but it was in the early 80s when she was trying this out. It's going to be a fracas or a fracas, and that's our band that can't make it.
Okay.
So she rushed over from her stage to theirs and sang on their 2005 hit. Oh, 2005, boy, do you feel old? Best of You.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
no, that came out last year, BJ. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, Shania thanked the Foo Fighters after joining them on for a song on Austin City Limits this weekend. She called it one off of the bucket list. Here's a clip of what that sounded like.
I mean, someone said it might not be the best of her.
Yeah.
Not to be.
That's a weird look. I mean, because you just, seeing her looking the way she looks up on, with the Foos, it's like one of these things just doesn't belong here.
I mean, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
But that's awesome she got to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're the Foo Fighters, of course you're going to say yes to Shania Twain. She has a different style of voice. It did not work for that song. But if I was a fan out there and I knew that was Shania Twain, I'd be pretty fired up even if it didn't sound that great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and she's, yeah, I mean, she's, and also, she's a legend in country music. So, yeah, you know the name.
And you know she can sing.
Yeah.
It just...
Yeah.
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 That just sounded like your friend who has good pipes and you just made her sing a karaoke song and she didn't know what song she was singing.
Yeah.
Even though she says she's a fan.
Yeah.
I think she was just having fun.
Yeah, you know
good
what?
for her.
That's what you get to do. I mean, when you're at that level, you get to go, can I come on stage and sing with you? And like you said, sure, I guess. Yeah. And then, yeah.
See, these are those moments where the internet kind of stinks for people, I think, because that would have been a cool moment if you were there. She got to have this moment with one of her favorite bands singing one of her favorite songs. I'm sure the Foo Fighters, whether they're huge Shania Twain fans or not, they know her. She's an icon, like you even said. Everyone in the crowd probably knows that she's there because she's a co-headliner, so that's a cool moment. And it should have just been that. But then the damn internet puts it out there for all of us to consume, and of course we're going to be, that wasn't all that great. You know what I mean?
Our imagination would have been a lot better.
It should have just been a moment in time.
Yeah, we would have been like you said, we would have thought in our brains, I'm sure it went well.
Yeah, it would have been one of those things where I wish I could have been there to hear it. But then when you watch it on social media, you're just like, I'm glad I didn't have to sit through that.
Yeah. I'm sure it was better in person.
Someone said, I'm there to hear Dave sing, not Shania. No, thank you.
Oh,
texts are even more brutal than we are.
Yeah,
LOL, sounds like crap.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I mean, we're just being diplomatic.
Well, because I do think it's cool. And I think it's cool for everybody that was there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, I don't think that the band's going to put that out as a single.
Oh, they're not? Oh, well, there goes that. I really had that planned.
Maybe it sounds better if it was like, mixed band. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just, sometimes, like you said, Steve, things are better not on the internet.
Do you think it's one of those situations where like that's someone who has actually she knows how to sing, of course, and she has a certain style and then almost like she was trying to over-sing the song?
Yeah, you almost really want them to do like Paul McCartney used to do with Linda and just keep the mic really, really low to almost not on.
We'd like to welcome Shania Twain. Sound guy, lower the microphone.
Exactly. It's just like you're up there. The song sounds great. I don't know if you're singing or not. You look like you're singing, but that's fine. You're up there.
You mentioned that she ran from her stage over to her. It sounded to me like she was just out of breath the entire time and trying to catch up to the song and not being able to catch up.
I don't think she physically ran, to be honest.
Okay, I don't know. That's why, when I first heard it, I thought she was just trying to,
Are we picturing Shania Twain running through the crowd, pushing people away? Yes. I gotta get on stage.
I was thinking backstage running, but yes, I was picturing that too.
Danny stopped. She stopped to go into the pit. Yeah,
stopped to go into the pit, then crowd surfed to the front.
Yeah. She had to get up there. Guys, it's me. It's Shania. Come on, let me up.
Can I sing a song with you?
I got to imagine by running to the stage, she jumped onto the back of a golf cart.
That's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I like Vicky's excuse. At least would be a good one. Because any other excuse is just like, what happened with that song? Hey, yesterday we talked about that high school bus driver that was fired for drinking White Claw. Well, she's saying, hey, this was an honest mistake. And she might not be lying. Steve's going to tell us all about this. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
We all know cats are intelligent. Felix Cat Insurance was able to secretly record 2 cats on a hidden microphone. Let's listen in.
Did you hear the one about the 3 dogs at the park?
That's old, like 4 lives ago. But did you hear about the new pet insurance just for cats from FelixCatInsurance.com?
Of course. What do I look like, a dog?
When you're coughing up a fur ball. Yes. Listen, Felix Cat Insurance plans start at under $1 per day and are as unique as you and me. They call it whisker to tail protection.
Even fur balls?
Even that. Remember the last time you had a fur ball? I made a TikTok. It went viral.
Oh, that's good. Wait, you're on social media?
There you have it. Felix Cat Insurance. Customizable coverage exclusively for felines. Sorry, no dogs allowed. FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it? Meow. Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. For all terms and limitations, visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms.
This is BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. Today is a day for me. It's Hug a Drummer Day.
Oh, yeah, but you don't like to be hugged, though.
Well, you know what? For today and today only, I'm willing to take some hugs.
All right,
now,
Danny.
Of course, you got to pawn it off onto Danny, huh?
Yeah. Well, Danny's the one that loves to hug everybody.
He is the ultimate hugger.
Uncomfortably, too.
Thank you.
He doesn't know how to do a proper hug, like, like a friend hug.
So what does he do, like a too warm of an embrace hug?
Yeah, he hugs you like he's, wanting to get busy.
Oh. Does he make any weird sounds while he's hugging you?
It's like a grunting and then a heavy breathing. And then there's that axe that he sprays everywhere.
That's really only with you, BJ. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, well, at least I feel special.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Also, it's National Hug a Kevin Day. Now, could you imagine if you were Kevin and a drummer?
Ooh,
I think you'd get laid. I think it's just Bang Kevin Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so again, we have so many days of the year. Why is Hug a Drummer and Hug a Kevin in the same day?
Not sure, but Kevin Deers, where are you?
Oh, that's right.
Does he play drums?
No, but I'll put some drumsticks in his hands and it's go time.
I wonder what it is about Kevins that they deserve hugs. What did the Kevins do?
I'm not exactly sure. I put zero research into why it's called Hug a Kevin Day. I just accepted that today is Hug a Kevin Day, but also today, BJ, this one's for you because I know you love food. It's National Angel Food Cake Day.
Oh, it's been a minute since I've had angel food cake. It's delicious,
too.
Is
that part of a strawberry shortcake?
I think you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the bottom base?
The cake part, yeah.
The cake part,
yeah.
Yes,
I think so. Angel food is delicious. Man, it's been forever. It's so light and fluffy.
Well, maybe you grab a Kevin.
Yeah. Well, I got a brother.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
So grab him, hug him, and eat some angel food cake with him.
This is my brother Kevin.
Man, we did it all wrong. We had a pumpkin pie last night.
Oh, that is never all wrong.
You're right, actually. And it was all made from scratch by the mom's, wifeski for me, but momski for Tatum.
Oh, damn, dude.
Tatum likes baking. And by her baking, she just grabs things and just kind of stirs it into whatever mom's making.
Nice.
Oh.
She's pretty good at it.
Pumpkin pie is great.
Yeah, especially with Cool Whip.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And it's non-dairy, so you're in.
Yeah, they have like the non-dairy versions. I think Cool Whip is dairy. It has dairy in it. But they have they haven't, unless my wife's just getting a random like coconut-based version of it.
Oh, maybe there's something else in it. I always thought it was a non-dairy creamer, but I could be wrong. Either way, Cool Whip's delicious.
You could be right. And maybe my wife's just going like some other random.
Well,
she's gone rogue with her Cool Whip.
It's not made with like the dairy whipping cream, but it does have other dairy ingredients.
Got you.
Oh, you need all this time.
Cow tears.
Oh, I've been making cows cry with Cool Whip.
Yeah.
So she got a coconut-based whipped cream.
Yeah.
It's like a Cool Whip.
It's basically called Cocoa Whip or something stupid like that.
All right, I bet it's.
But it's good. Well, it's actually really good.
Well, it's coconut. I love coconut.
I think it's like a coconut milk based. That's why.
I love coconut milk, too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, I got no problem. You know what? So far, there's nothing you're saying that is keeping me off this pumpkin pie.
Well, maybe it's time for you to get some of that Cocoa Whip, BJ.
Cow.
All right, let's talk about a story that we talked about yesterday. Remember we talked about that school bus driver for a high school, a woman, I guess by the name of Amal, 60 years old, and was in trouble and got let go from her job because, well, she was drinking a White Claw while on the job.
Yeah, dude, I mean, seriously, like on the bus, drinking and driving, open container, like all of it, we're just like, what?
So, of course, a lot of people were mad. Parents, teachers, the law. Everyone's like, what the hell is going on? She has an excuse, and I kind of believe her. And I think a lot of people do, including the police. They decided to take away some of the charges and realized that, this was an innocent mistake. She said that the hard seltzer was in her refrigerator, and she has like a roommate. She grabbed it thinking that it was just like a regular seltzer. Like just a regular carbonated drink that had nothing to do with any kind of alcohol in it. She had no idea, and apparently her taste buds are all messed up because of chemotherapy treatments that she's had for cancer. So she doesn't have a really very good ability to taste. So she had no idea that she was drinking hard alcohol or hard seltzer.
Damn.
Yeah. So they noticed it, of course, in her cup holder. That's when the authorities showed up. And, well, here she is just like crying to the news people talking about what happened.
I've been crying. I can't even have more tears for just a mistake. It was a mistake. For the people like me, they don't drink. How they get to know this is hard liquor?
And so she had no idea, and you could see it in her. And also, obviously, she doesn't have any hair because of the chemotherapy treatments that are going on. Doesn't look like she's getting her job back, maybe at some point. I don't know. But the police believe her story, and they decided that they're not going to charge her. And this parent is actually talking to the news and saying, she's been a driver for so many years and trusts her.
She was so sweet, just being kind to them. I can't imagine she would ever do anything to harm them. Nobody was hurt, but I think it was a very honest mistake.
Well, that's the key, because we thought, how dumb could you be yesterday? Why that you're drinking and driving at that moment
with a White Claw in the drink holder?
And so I think you've got to give her job back. If the police believe she's innocent, how does the school not give her job back, especially with everything she's going through? Can you not make mistakes in life?
I got to imagine it. Maybe I'm wrong, but as the story continues to come out, that they're going to realize, you know what? This truly was the textbook definition of an honest mistake.
Yeah, it makes more sense now, because we were just like, you got to be kidding me. What kind of idiot is going to drink and drive like on a school bus full of kids like that? I mean, like literally drinking while driving.
And she's an older woman. I don't think she keeps up on like the latest trends of what is popular to drink alcohol wise. And you look at this White Claw can, it looks no different than one of those like drinks that you'll buy at a supermarket, like the energy drinks or anything along those lines, unless you fully read it. But if you just grab it quickly, you're probably not realizing that there's alcohol in it.
Well, nowadays, a lot of times, like those Liquid Deaths. And
that's what I was thinking.
Or even like the LaCroix, they've gotten so nice with their packaging. It could have very well been just an easy mistake.
I've done double takes where I saw someone I thought was drinking and driving, and they were, especially in the early days of the not the White Claws, of the Liquid Death.
Yeah,
and I realized, oh crap, that was just a carbonated water or just a plain old water.
Yeah, she probably doesn't realize, for the most part, if you see a skinny can like that, it's not like a regular size can of cola. It's probably the same amount, but it's a skinnier, taller one. To me, that signifies that's got to be booze in my brain. But I don't know if, like you said, if there are non-alcoholic drinks outside of Liquid Death, because Liquid Death makes their containers look very similar.
Someone who said, I've done that a handful of times, exactly just that. I keep energy drinks in the same drawer of my fridge as the beer, but I'm half asleep packing my lunch. I've grabbed the wrong can a couple of times.
Like, this reminded me of a story where a dad accidentally, this was earlier this year, I believe, where he thinks he's putting in a Liquid Death in his kid's lunchbox, and he puts in a Guinness.
Oh, because it's in black and gold.
Yeah, he wasn't seeing it, and he had to go pick up his kid because his kid went to school with beer.
That happened to me, because here I thought I was putting candy in my kid's lunchbox, and it was meth. It happens so much.
Of us.
I made that mistake, and luckily the school was very understanding.
I mean, every time I've accidentally packed a beer in my bag, and I'm just realizing, I look, I go, well, really sleepy version of Steve thought you needed this, so you should probably drink it.
Yeah, I thought I was putting string cheese in there. Instead, it was just packs of cigarettes. I had no idea.
Accidents happen to the best of us.
I mean, I'm groggy that early.
Maybe that's exactly what happened with this one woman who was drunk. Maybe she didn't realize that she was, she thought she was drinking a Liquid Death, but it turns out she was drunk, and she was in Colorado, and she got arrested because, well, she attacked a mattress store mascot. She was at the mattress outlet. They have a 6-foot mattress mascot by the name of Maddie.
Oh, Maddie, the mattress outlet guy.
Have you seen Maddie?
I have not. I didn't know Mattress Outlet had a mascot.
It is amazing.
Oh, hi, Maddie.
The mascot costume is like the greatest thing ever. I need this for like raves.
Yeah, we do.
Back in my rave days.
That is definitely a rave outfit right there.
Well, apparently this poor person that was inside the costume that was playing Maddie, in a few moments, this woman showed up and just started hugging him. Maybe she thought his name was Kevin or a drummer, I don't know. But then she started becoming rather aggressive with her hugs. Maybe she just wanted a really good nap. Maddie wasn't willing to give it to her.
Maddie's like, I don't need this right now.
Well, the manager described this woman as, quote, drunk out of her mind.
Woo, there we go.
She kept trying to shove and trip Maddie. In all fairness, Maddie's a mattress. You're supposed to lie on it. Stand up on it.
She's probably like, dude, I need to lie down on you, buddy, if you know what I mean.
She eventually did knock Maddie down and then stood over him screaming profanities.
Oh, F you, mattress. Yeah, I've done that a couple times. We've all been there, haven't we?
Oh, man, poor Maddie got up. He ran inside and held the door while they called 911. She kept banging on the door, and she was just like, get out here, Maddie the mattress. Well, the cops showed up, and they eventually...
Screw you, Sealy! Take that, Tempur-Pedic!
What in the hell?
Yeah, she's a delightful woman.
All right, so were you paying attention at all to baseball yesterday?
I actually watched, I didn't watch, I watched highlights of the Phillies game, and I did watch a lot of the Arizona game.
Okay, well, that Braves game was just bonkers.
Yeah,
They
boy.
were down 4-0 against the Phillies, in the sixth. They rallied back, made it 5-4, and then they had like a huge dramatic double play at the end of the game to win it all.
Yeah, Bryce Harper, nice base running.
Okay, yeah. I mean, some would say not nice, but you're right.
Yeah. Oh,
the series is now tied at 1 game apiece. They go back to Philly tomorrow. And then, like you mentioned, the Diamondbacks, they beat the Dodgers. They have a 2-0 series lead in that one. Moves to Arizona tomorrow. So they've been beating them in Los Angeles. That's not a good thing for the Dodgers.
Yeah, outside of this miraculous comeback for the Braves, so far these teams are having a hard time. The bye teams.
I'm not paying attention much once the Mariners are done. I'm done with baseball. But the Diamondbacks, they have the relief pitcher that the Mariners gave up.
Paul
in that trade.
Sewald.
How's he been doing so far?
He closed the game out last night.
Oh, stop it.
Sorry.
The Astros, they visit the Twins. Their series is tied. And then the Orioles play the Rangers, who lead the series 2-0.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Rangers, like you mentioned before, the Rangers got hot in the second half of the season, more towards the end of the season, because a lot of their injured players started coming back.
Yeah.
But you could be wrong.
Oh.
Turns out the reason why they're playing so well.
What's that?
The music of one of the most hated bands of all time. Have you heard this story?
No.
Apparently, there's a member of the Texas Rangers who decided, like, when the team wasn't playing all that well, at the All-Star break, they were 38-33, which is still above 500, but there was a lot of expectations for this team to be a lot better. So they decided, you know what, we need to bring some levity to this locker room, bring some good spirits, some good energy, and what better way to do that was thanks to Andrew Heaney. Jared Sandler was the guy who interviewed him and found out about this. Andrew Heaney was a player for the Texas Rangers. He said, guys, we need to listen to this. They started listening to Creed.
No.
It lightened up the locker room, and a lot of the guys on the team are like, yeah, Creed is the reason why the Texas Rangers are now in the playoffs.
The Creed is the reason for the season.
Gives you another reason to hate Creed.
Wow, that's pretty awesome, actually. I love that.
They even have a hashtag.
Oh, no, they don't.
Hashtag need for Creed.
Woo!
You know what the sad thing about all this is? I spent way too much time this morning debating with myself over which song I should play as an example of the music of Creed.
You picked a good one.
Well, that's the hit.
Yeah, I like that one.
I wanted to go with My Sacrifice. That's another good one.
Oh, yeah.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Now, like, I'm in the other room, and I think it was either Jason or someone from our station swung by and was just like, are you okay? Because I'm blasting Creed in the office.
Usually it means you're going through something.
It's time.
Yeah.
I think, how a lot of us decided it's time to bring back the biscuit, and I think it's time to bring back Creed. Hashtag need for Creed.
There we go.
Probably not.
No.
Especially if you're a Mariners fan. That's, Mariners, probably Seattle people didn't already like Creed because of, the rip-off of Pearl Jam stuff.
Yeah.
And now Creed helped Texas get into the playoffs, and
you're right.
are not in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If you're a Mariners fan, you do not want to hear that news. Tonight, Nasty Nate's on the mound, considered one of the best post-game pitchers you could ask for. He's pitching for the Rangers tonight, Nate Eovaldi.
What a great nickname.
Oh, dude.
Nasty Nate.
He gets to nasty mode. It's like, he's okay during the season, decent pitcher, but somehow in the playoffs, and he really became very famous in 2018, just nasty. You can't hit him, and he just goes out. He goes basically balls out. He doesn't care.
Which was his old nickname, Balls Out Nate. But that
Balls
didn't go
out
over
Eovaldi.
Tonight, though, Puck's out. Tonight, the season begins.
Woo! There we go.
I can't believe it's already here.
I can't either. I totally forgot that tonight was the night.
I'll be honest with you. I thought it was tomorrow.
Yeah, because I don't have any
know
Kraken
why.
stuff on. I would have put some Kraken stuff on.
I had it in my head that the season started on a Wednesday, but no, here we are on a Tuesday, and the Kraken season begins, taking on the Vegas Golden Knights in Las Vegas.
Of course.
The Stanley Cup champions. Did you see the Stanley Cup championship rings that the Vegas Golden Knights have?
Are they sweet?
Oh, Vicky, you should look it up and show. They're insane. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect Las Vegas to have for a championship ring. It's over the top gaudy.
Oh.
I think it even unscrews.
Oh, look at that.
I think the top unscrews, and then could become like a necklace pendant.
That is
And then
pretty
inside
sweet.
of it, I think there's some stuff. There's the arena.
Oh, look at that.
And then on the back side of the part that unscrews, it says, it's nighttime, KNIGHT.
Always advance on the side.
Yeah, Vegas born. all the diamonds. I mean, the gold.
That is super gaudy.
It is.
Yeah.
But it might be the coolest championship ring I've ever seen.
And we want one.
I kind of do.
Yeah, it's Vegas. I mean, they did it right.
The part that either unscrews or pops off, and then inside of it is there arena.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah, that is, and that still looks like a cool ring in itself. If you want to wear the top as a pendant and have the arena ring.
Yeah, I like the top that it being used as a pendant. I think that's pretty awesome. Well, go Kraken. Hopefully, things are going to turn out well. Hopefully, some of those off-season acquisitions are going to be great for them. Matty Beniers, let's see him even progress and turn into even more of a star player for this team. Groovy, this is your season after that playoff run. I think the fans have finally embraced you. I know it was a tough couple of seasons for him, but it's go time for Groovy. I mean, we got to see a great season from our goaltender, I think.
Yeah. Regular season, as long as he does this good enough to get in the playoffs and then goes on a playoff run, I don't care. As long as we get in the playoffs, no matter how Groovy plays, if he does what he does and we're in the playoffs, I'll be happy.
And it's a tough division. I mean, you're battling Edmonton and also Vegas, like we just mentioned. That's two strong teams. I know you don't want to think. I mean, you just want to think, hey, can we get into the playoffs? Of course, you want to think, can they make it be first place going into it? But that's a tall order. But you know what? High expectations for season 3.
And this is tough when you have high expectations for season 3 because we did lose some players. We got some new guys, like you said, don't know how they're going to gel and how effective they're going to be.
I think we're going to be good, man.
All
I
right.
do feel pretty good. I mean,
I
having
trust that.
Burakovsky back, Tolvanen for an entire season, that's a good thing as well. Let's not forget the Yamamoto, who they got from Edmonton.
Yeah.
I think he has a lot to prove, and he's a Spokane kid, so I think there's a cool story with that. Joey Decourt is the backup. I think there's been flashes of...
Oh, so he's officially the backup?
Yeah, they sent Drieger down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he earned it, man. That dude, he played great for Coachella last season, and I think he's going to be a solid backup for Grubauer.
Dang.
I know.
All right.
There's no what's his name? Jones. Martin Jones, because he ended up going to Toronto, although I think they might have waived him. I don't know what's going on with that one.
Man, that's a completely different world for him considering what he did last year.
Dude, that's the highs and lows of being a journeyman goalie right there. Yeah. Weather today, it's going to rain, 60 degrees. Thanks to Snoqualmie Casino for giving us the Migs report. That's what's up, and go Kraken, BJ.
Yesterday, Steve got this one wrong.
How many layers of skin do chameleons have?
2.
No.
100.
No. Damn.
10.
No.
Boy, she gave you a clue. You realize 100 was way too much. Damn. No, 4 was the answer we were looking for. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We'll play Beat Migs at 650 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you'd do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms, but one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes, because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America, where our motto is simple: return every traveler to the road better than they came. Avoid any hassle and stop at our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, indulge in delicious snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. For more info, go to ta-petro.com. Travel Centers of America, your road to happy travels.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1, it's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2, your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3, Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card. Tap for transit and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention LOVE20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Join us Friday, November 17th, 7 p.m. That's right, I said 7 p.m. for Live Day Goes to Prom Night. Oh, all of us going to be at Snoqualmie Casino. That's right, man. You know how KISW does it. We do everything live on Live Day. Sound effects, music, special guests.
Also, I heard that we are going to crown a prom king and a prom queen.
Oh, because we're going to prom night.
Yeah, I never thought about that because, well, I never went to prom, so I have no idea how any of this works.
Yeah, so we're getting dressed up. Hopefully you'll get dressed up, too, because, of course, that is the theme.
Well, you better. Otherwise, you're not going to have a chance of becoming prom king or queen.
Oh, that is a good point.
I got to imagine none of us are eligible.
Well, you're in your tracksuit, so I don't think they're going to...
Well, I mean,
unless you somehow soup it up. I mean, there are going to be some people dressed in maybe tuxes and stuff.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to really soup it up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think you are either.
And also, I don't think I'm eligible, so why would I try that hard if I'm not even going to be able to be in the running for prom king?
You're probably right. It's just going to be the Rockaholics that show up.
Plus, it's going to be a great time. All the music's going to be performed live. We're going to have special guests that are going to be joining us. And the sound effects, like you mentioned, all going to be done live. It's a great time. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like at night as opposed to early in the morning.
It's going to be, well, I'm excited to see what the men's room are going to be like at night.
Drunker.
Yeah. That's the beauty of that whole thing. And you don't have to miss work. You get to go into the weekend. Live Day going to prom night Friday, November 17th at 7 p.m. at Snoqualmie Casino. Tickets on sale now at snocasino.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to be Migs?
Yeah.
I know Chris from Linwood is. Chris, are you there?
I am.
All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Chris has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
According to Google, which country consumes the most olive oil per person?
Italy.
No.
Spain.
No.
Pass.
Patrick Stump is the lead singer of what band?
Oh. Three Door Town?
No.
Pass.
Which biological term means without a spine?
Ooh, invertebrate.
Yes. Fenty Beauty is a cosmetic brand founded by what female singer?
Rihanna?
Yes. What famous sports drink was invented at the University of Florida in 1965?
Gatorade.
Yes. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches, who was the tallest president of the United States?
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes. Mowgli was raised by what kind of animals in the Jungle Book?
Gorillas.
No.
Apes?
No.
Orangutans.
No. The Italian meat pancetta comes from what animal?
Pass.
How many eyes does a caterpillar have?
3.
No. You got 4 correct, Chris.
Oh.
I love whoever's laughing at you.
That's my wife. Gotta love the support.
Yeah.
It's so good. That's true love right there. When you can just laugh at your partner.
Oh, is that true love when your partner's like trying his best and he's not doing well? Let's just laugh at him? That's true love?
Love. It is much true love.
Yeah. She's being honest.
Okay. Yeah. You guys have a weird...
It's only love if she laughs at me, though. It's not love if I laugh at her. If I laugh at her, then I'm the devil.
Are we married to the same person?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Chris, you make a very good point. Steve, are you ready?
True love when my wife laughs at every stupid thing that I do.
Yeah.
But you can't laugh at anything she does.
More often than not.
Oh, yes.
According to Google, which country consumes the most olive oil per person?
Which country?
Yes.
Italy.
No.
America.
No.
Canada.
No. Patrick Stump is the lead singer of what band?
Is it Greece?
Yes, it is Greece.
Damn it.
Too late.
Fall Out Boy.
Yes.
I
Which
guess
biological term means without a spine?
Spineless.
No.
Endospine.
No.
Endospine.
Endoplasm.
No. Fenty Beauty is a cosmetic brand founded by what female singer?
Venti?
Yes, Fenty.
I don't know. Kelly Clarkson.
No.
Shania Twain?
No.
Celine Dion?
No. What famous
Lizzo?
sports drink? No. Was invented at the University of Florida in 1965.
Gatorade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Standing at 6 feet 4 inches, who was the tallest president of the United States?
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes. Mowgli was raised by what kind of animals in the Jungle Book?
Gorillas?
No.
Wolves?
Yes.
Nice.
The Italian meat pancetta comes from what animal?
What?
The Italian meat pancetta comes from what
Cow.
animal? No.
Damn it. Horse.
No.
Horse? What kind of Italian are you?
Really, though?
Jeez.
Steve, you got 4 correct, which is a tie. 4-4.
And not only that, Chris's wife is laughing at you.
It was kind of bothering me hearing your wife laugh at me during the entire game.
Well, it's love. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, she loves you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Love for everyone.
Love
There
for
you go,
everybody. Well, Chris, you got a tie, so who's laughing now? Yeah.
Everyone.
His wife?
All right, fair enough.
His wife, still.
Well, thanks for playing Chris and Chris's wife. Always good to hear from you folks.
Greece.
Yes.
Yeah.
You eventually did get Greece.
That was the difference maker.
I wasted a guess on Canada.
You did.
Oh, Canada.
Biological term means without a spine, invertebrates.
And he's a smart guy. At least he got that. So as much as his wife was laughing at him, that's a good term to know.
And I'm so impressed. Fenty Beauty is a cosmetic brand founded by what female singer? He also got this correct. It's Rihanna.
Yeah. I love how Steve he's got Celine Dion in his memory bank for singers if he doesn't know who to guess.
Well, in all else fails, I figure she's a good guess.
Yeah.
Again, Canadian. Canada's screwing me today.
Canada's
on your
letting you
mind.
down.
It always is on my mind,
Well,
especially
it
now
is.
that hockey season's starting.
That's what it is.
The Italian meat pancetta comes from what animal?
That pig.
The pig.
That would have been a good guess.
It's kind of like bacon.
Probably better than horse.
It's way better than horse. I haven't heard of any Italian cuisine featuring horse in my whole life.
It's all in how you prepare it, BJ.
Yeah, sure is.
And-
The horse.
The one you didn't get to, how many eyes does a caterpillar have? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
Wait, what was the question?
How many eyes does a caterpillar have?
4.
No. There's 6 on each side, so a total of 12.
12 eyes for
That's why they look
caterpillars.
so creepy. I mean, I love them.
Yeah,
They're a
but
little
they-
creepy looking.
I didn't realize those were eyes. Oh, wow, that's weird.
Oh, yeah.
I should know that just because we're always reading that damn children's book, The Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh, I love that that's still a thing.
Oh my gosh, yes it is. We have to watch the video of it on YouTube.
Is it the one with the British accent?
I think so.
Oh, I
yeah.
love that one.
And they even have like I don't know if you guys know these. It's like a children's version of a podcast device. It's called Tony's.
Oh, no.
And basically, it just tells children's stories and we'll play music. You grab the character of whatever children's story you want. We have the Caterpillar one. But they have like Paw Patrol ones. They have Disney ones. They have all different types of ones.
Oh, look at them.
Yeah.
That probably keeps them pretty entertained, right? Because someone's kind of speaking to them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes I come home and it's just playing and I'm like, where is my child? And she's upstairs doing something else. And she refuses to have it on any other volume except for the max volume.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
But she loves it, so you know what?
You just deal with it.
Yeah. You know.
Or try to.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool. So it's like a cube.
Yes.
And then you put whatever little character on there, and it plays a story about
It's got
that
like
character.
a little magnet that must have like whatever the info, and then you sit it on there, and it just it like kind of like magnetizes whatever the
and
term
you buy extra characters at the store apparently.
Yes, like 20-something bucks a pop.
Gotta
Like
collect
they
them
are.
all.
Toy Story, yeah, whatever. And Peppa Pig. Each character's got their own.
Pretty brilliant.
It actually it is, and it does keep her pretty entertained for the most part.
And you said $40 a pop for each new one?
No, like 20.
Oh, that's not
about 20-ish. But the box was like $80-$90.
Yeah, it's kind of like, a console, and then you got to keep buying cartridges, if you will, or now you buy software and just download it.
But they did a good job of making it sturdy and childproof because it's got paddings on it because kids are just knocking that thing over all the time.
That's got to go downstairs from time to time, and all by itself like a slinky. So yeah, that's good news too because that's a way to get people to buy more if you don't make it so sturdy.
Right? You know what? They could have done a good scam like that.
Yeah. All right. What's it called?
Tony's.
Oh, the Tonys. Mm-hmm. Like a Tony Award, Tony?
TONIES.
Yeah. Oh, like tone. Okay, like little. Like tone. Yeah, like a tone.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. You didn't know until now? I mean, just like me. I didn't know either.
I didn't. And to be honest with you, because, how children, they kind of make up their own words or they change things up and you just have to accept it. So it's called a pony in our house.
Oh, sure.
So,
I got a pony. Look, I'm not going to make fun of you because I'm today years old when I just figured out why it's called Gatorade.
Oh, Florida Gators.
Yeah. I totally didn't make that connection.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I know it was made at the University of Florida, forgot that the Florida team mascot's the Gator, and just completely Gatorade.
I learned that yesterday when I looked up this question, so
yeah.
I was yesterday years old.
Oh, so they're really named after the football team.
And was it just the original flavor was just that yellow flavor?
I think so, yeah. It's like lemon lime.
I don't even know. Did it have... I always just called it yellow flavor because it just...
Now, I would have thought orange would have been the original flavor since, of course, Florida's got the oranges. But lemon lime was the first one.
Yeah, the first two were lemon lime and orange.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so they did do the orange. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, nobody calls them by their flavor names. You call them by the color.
Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're probably a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you're suspect. I don't believe you. Nope.
Are you having problems at work, relationship issues, any other random problem where you need some advice? Well, we're here for you. Call us, text us now. It's 206-803-ROCK. We're doing Help Wanted at 717 on the Rock.
We all know cats are intelligent. Felix Cat Insurance was able to secretly record 2 cats on a hidden microphone. Let's listen in.
Did you hear the one about the 3 dogs at the park?
That's old, like 4 lives ago. But did you hear about the new pet insurance just for cats from FelixCatInsurance.com?
Of course. What do I look like, a dog?
When you're coughing up a fur ball. Yes. Listen, Felix Cat Insurance plans start at under $1 per day. And ours unique as you and me. They call it whisker to tail protection.
Even fur balls?
Even that. Remember the last time you had a fur ball? I made a TikTok. It went viral.
Oh, that's good. Wait, you're on social media?
There you have it. Felix Cat Insurance. Customizable coverage exclusively for felines. Sorry, no dogs allowed. FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it meow. Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. For all terms and limitations, visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We've been getting lots of texts, lots of phone calls, lots of messages from rockaholics wanting our advice. Doesn't matter what problem you're having, you think we're actually helpful. So, hey, if you got a relationship issue, problem at work, or anything else, we do not care how dumb it is. We are here for you. Call us or text us now, 206-803-ROCK. It's Help Wanted.
Oh, we got some issues with someone has an issue with their parents.
Oh, well, I'm a parent.
You are a parent,
All
and
right.
Maybe you will be a grandparent at some point.
Yeah, if Sarah has her way, yeah.
Or, I mean, you just never know what will happen in North Carolina.
I know. I'm a little worried about Joe, and I taught him in the garage all about protection. Back when he was a kid.
Yeah, well, it's now up to him to enact what you...
Yep.
What if you could become a grandparent to 2 kids?
Yeah. That would be trippy.
That would be hilarious.
That would be really
That'd be
trippy.
funny for everyone but you.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, right?
Yes, it would.
Okay, well, this person needs our help. They say, my parents are coming to town this week, and I'm already losing sleep about it. When my son was 6 months old, he's 3 now, my parents watched him for a couple of hours. When we returned, I noticed 5 beer bottles in the recycling and some used wine glasses. Now, if this had been a regular babysitter, I would have fired them, but they're my parents. Since then, I haven't let them babysit together or at night, but they always offer. I've told my mom about my reluctance about a year ago, and she got a, I understand, but no apology. I'm still kind of mad that they would be so reckless. Do I need to get over this and let them babysit, or is it worth another try explaining my hesitation for free babysitting?
Okay, so he believes they were drunk and therefore just not knowing what's up.
Or tipsy.
And the kid lived.
Well, yeah, the kid was 6 months old. I mean, there's really not much to do with a kid at 6 months. I mean, I'm not saying...
You can drop a kid at 6 months old.
Fair.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
and God forbid they choke on something. I would... Dude, even to this day, I will not have a drink anywhere near Tatum.
Oh, really?
Even I know that's something, and I'm not here to judge anyone, maybe having a drink or two, whatever. But, like, for me, I want to be as alert as possible at any given moment. So unless I'm out of town where I'm like, doing something or like I'm just like, mom's around and I don't have to be worried about like I just don't want to have that situation happen.
It's interesting. I mean, what happened to us that's because I don't remember my parents caring.
Yeah, I wonder if they cared about their first child, and then by the time they had me, they just were like, screw it, bust the cognac out.
That's very possible. You're right.
We did okay. This kid, I think we'll be fine.
I mean, there's less pictures, especially as the more kids in the family, there's less pictures. You're less special. You're like, wow, you're like the first kid got all sorts of attention and pictures and videos. Me, nothing.
You were sober for this kid. Now you're just getting drunk all the time around me.
Yeah, that's it. And these are his parents, right?
It's his parents.
Yeah,
yes.
so all right, so it's not uncomfortable. It's not the in-laws. I'm wondering how the wife feels about all this too, or is he getting pressure from the wife? He doesn't really say. But the standards are so different. I think that I remember that even with my in-laws when they came to visit, and they were always just like, we took care of kids. We know how to take care of kids. What's with you? And every generation has that, where the grandparents seem to be out of touch, even though they raised you. But for me, I remember thinking my grandparents just don't know how to raise a kid.
Yeah, I know I think I'm just too much of a worry. I'm trying to get better at that. Obviously, as she gets a little bit older, I'm a little bit more lenient about some stuff. But I mean, that first child thing, I get why people say you're just kind of out of your mind because you don't want him to get hurt doing anything.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want to leave thinking my parents, well, dude, also, I mean, my parents are not young and they're kind of slow moving. I remember when we went and visited them, they were just like, you guys can go do some stuff if you want. We'll hang out with Tate. I'm just like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Like, I just didn't want to even risk it because my parents could barely get off the couch. Like,
right.
What if something happened?
Tatum's running around, yeah.
And I know it's doom and gloom, but I don't even want to take that chance and put them in that situation where Tatum hurt herself and then 3 hours later, mom and dad got off the couch to finally help her.
Yeah. These are tough concerns to have. I got to tell you, though, if I were a grandparent and you said, I'm not sure about putting my kids around you, it would be the happiest day of my life. Oh, that's great. I don't have to babysit.
Wow.
I don't mind seeing them. I'll get to hang with them. That's great. But if you're saying you don't want to leave them with me, I'm going to start drinking right now, Sarah. If that's what it takes, I'm going to start drinking right now so you'll never leave the kid with me.
So do you think, though, the guy has the right to tell his parents, look, I don't want you drinking around my kid, and if you are going to, then I'm just not going to let you watch our kid ever?
As a parent, I think that my kid is going to have a right to say whatever she wants and he wants about their kid.
Because, I mean, you can agree or disagree if what they're doing is right or wrong, but at the end of the day, this is that person's kid. They should have the final say over who is watching their kid. Like you said, I would fire a babysitter if they were drinking while on the job. How's that any different if your parents are drinking?
Yeah, I remember this uncomfortable conversation because my in-law's a smoker. And I was just like, you're not smoking around the kids. And I was like, this is a big thing for me because I have a lot of issues, I think, because of secondhand smoke that I grew up with. And so I was like, this ain't going to happen for my kids. And that was not a pleasant subject, but I put my foot down on that. I go, no, the whole world thinks that smoking is bad. So, no, you're not going to do it around my kid.
And it's your choice.
But guess what? Mom-in-law was not happy.
Oh, I bet.
You know, so
how dare you?
You know, every generation doesn't realize they're out of touch. You know, and so that's the problem.
One texter says they're way overreacting. My parents raised me while drunk my entire childhood. I'm alive. A few beers, no biggie. Next text: let them babysit. Chances are they were S-faced when you were growing up, and you're fine. So let them have fun with the grandkids.
You turned out fine, not great. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I love that. Chances are your parents were drunk with you. You're still alive.
Yeah, we all have different, mindsets when it comes to alcohol, unfortunately, and he's stressed about it. At the end of the day, I don't think we should ask this guy to be stressed, like force him to be stressed.
Right.
And so I have to go with the dude and say he gets to make this choice. And if you're the grandparents, if you can't not drink around those kids, then what does that say about you? Like, you must have an issue. Like, I like to have a beverage, but if somebody said you can't have a beverage around my kids, I'd be like, all right. I can deal with that. I'll go have a beverage later.
Right. Out of respect to you, you're the parent. I should respect your wishes. All right. If you don't want me drinking around your kid, I won't drink around your kid.
I think a lot of folks that have alcohol issues are the ones that are going to say, what's the problem? It's like, the problem is you can't seem to not drink when we ask you to. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you have every right, buddy. I mean, it's your kid.
All right, here's a good text. This one's a little bit lighter. It says, I work in a building where every time I come in the morning, the security guard is asleep. My wife and I were talking about this, and I'm thinking about letting the authorities, I guess, whoever is in charge, know. Do you guys think that's a good idea or not? I feel like security is important, even though a lot of us laugh at it.
Yeah, really? Is it important?
Yeah. You know what's funny is sometimes our security guard is asleep.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay. More often than not, our security guard might be asleep when we get here, because we get here at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That's when I'm hopping
That's
in.
a good sleeping time.
I don't know about you guys, but I try and be extra quiet when I walk in. It's almost maybe because I'm watching Mission Impossible right now. It almost becomes like a game for me. Like I see the security guard's eyes are closed. I'm like, can I get from this spot to the elevator before they open their eyes and wave good morning to me?
Good morning, Stephen Hunt. Your mission, should you decide to accept it, sneak by the security guard without waking him.
And more often than not, he wakes up. So, I mean, hey, he's a light sleeper.
Yeah.
Today, I got to the elevator.
Oh, we didn't even know.
No idea.
You stole the Pink Panther diamond right from out under him.
I mean, allegedly. I don't want to get the guy in trouble.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about it. What is that, like observe and report? What are they going to do? They're going to call the police and hide.
But why do you want to rat the person out?
Yeah. What do you think he's supposed to be doing people just get mad when they think someone's got it easy.
Well, I think that way for myself. If it's like, well, what is he actually like? There's nothing. If somebody breaks into our building, like
he'll wake up.
Yeah, he's gonna wake up, and then at that point, like they're not getting up to our floor. We have like secure elevators. Like I don't.
Maybe this person doesn't. Danny.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I'm just like, all right. If I got there and somebody broke into their work, I'd be like, all right, got the day off. Bye, guys.
To me, the only person that should be bothered by it, but maybe I'm just still a little too casual with this kind of stuff, but it's just the person who's paying that security guard. Like, if they see it, then they're like, look, I'm paying you to do a job. You're not doing it. But if I'm coming into work, chances are they're going to wake up. And that overnight shift, I don't get how anyone could do it. You're sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah. It's very, very hard. Shift working is not easy. They've done a lot of studies about shift working where you're not a 9-to-5er, but you're working outside that. Give this guy a break. Give this girl a break. It's not easy.
And chances are, if someone tries to bust through that building, I mean, they're going to make a loud sound. The security guard will wake up by then.
Yeah, and look, if you watch any good like Money Heist or Kaleidoscope thing, they've already planned around that security guard.
We have someone who works security, and that should be unacceptable, period.
Oh.
Your job is to stay alert and observe and report and react if needed, period. Just because it's boring doesn't mean it's not a legitimate job, and you should take it as such. I think they should notify the supervisor and give that guard an opportunity to fix their bad behavior.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, this person's in the security business where I'm not going to, they seem very serious about their job.
Period.
Yeah. This sounds like somebody that nobody really likes at the job, this texter, right? He sounds like a rules lawyer that people go, oh, is Jimmy spouting off about observe and report again?
Maybe it's my fault because I'm reading it the way that I read it. And quite possibly they're doing talk to text and they're just saying period, but the talk to text is spelling out the word period. So maybe I'm seeing it as a more aggressive thing than it really is.
Period.
Comma. But maybe not.
It does sound intense, though.
It does.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not making fun of anything, but I'm just saying, man, having to work that overnight shift and trying to stay awake and trying to have a life where everybody else is like up and your buddies are up and, it messes with you.
So they call me crazy, but sleeping on any job, kind of whack.
Okay. You're crazy.
Let the man sleep. He's tired. Be courteous.
Yeah, I don't know. I never expect security in any place to really do much except go, I got to call somebody, someone's doing something funky. Every movie you see, security does nothing.
It is interesting to see two sides of it because I think everybody's bringing up valid points, but it's funny how some are on one side, security is a visual deterrent to call the police. So I guess they're trying to say, hey, you got to stay awake. Another person, just let them sleep. They have long shifts and it's boring AF. He doesn't rat on you for taking a 20-minute dump to check Instagram.
So true. So true. Yeah. I mean, humans are funny. Either way, I don't know. I don't work the business, so I don't know. It surely does look bad for a security company if one of their people falls asleep, because I bet that the company that hires them isn't going to be happy about, hey, we hired you to do security and your guy's sleeping. So I get that it's a problem, but do you want to be that guy? Are you that guy?
So it's a nice job. You guys just ratted out your security guard. You didn't take your own advice, you hypocrites.
That's a good point.
Well, we just said it's a make-em-up. We don't know. Maybe in our old building, the security guards were sleeping.
Yeah, okay. You know what? You're doing a great job. Great deflection. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's now off the trail.
Yeah, and I have no idea that we're talking about this building.
No!
We're broadcasting from a different building this morning.
We haven't given you our address. Yeah. You don't know where we are.
We're broadcasting from home. The security guard was actually our wife's.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, we're still
we're at the Space Needle now.
That's us, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Space Needle. Perfect. Yeah. Did we fix anything?
No.
I don't think we really did.
Sorry, security guy.
But to go back to the parents drinking.
Yes.
Earlier help on it. Someone said I absolutely had to cut my own dad off from watching my kid when he was drinking. It was hard for everybody, especially my daughter, but it was for her safety.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. It's a tough one, man. I mean, I think that, look, alcohol consumption nowadays a lot different than it was, years ago, perhaps when we were raised. People are more sensitive about that, and it's just not a good look. It's not a good look just to be sitting there going through like beer after beer after beer while you're watching a kid. It's just not a good look.
Like one person says, yeah, you'd fire your babysitter because you pay him. Maybe you should pay your parents, and then they won't drink on the job.
Oh, Sarah, you hear that? You hear that, Sarah?
You're going to make Sarah pay you now?
Get that cash out.
What's the going rate for a babysitter these days?
Oh, like $25 an hour, right? More than that?
$25 an hour is good money.
I thought it was still like $8-9 an hour.
That's what I thought, too, especially if they're in high school. You don't got to pay them $25 an hour if they're in high school, do you?
I don't know.
What's the wrong if you can't take advantage of, young kids not even out of school yet so you can pay them less? Isn't that what America's about?
$25 an hour probably is right, though. But that's crazy.
That is not right. $25 an hour is like I don't know if they make that at supermarkets.
According to Google, the average cost of a babysitter in Washington is $17.79 an hour.
$17.79 an hour for a high school kid? They haven't even graduated high school.
Why can't they just round up to $18 an hour for this story?
Right.
$17.79.
Because we need to be.
That's before taxes, Steve. That's why.
Yeah, come on. Plus, I got to save that extra 30 cents or so. Come on. I think $10 an hour is good for a high school kid.
You think 10?
They're a high school kid. They should get nothing. They're lucky that I'm
going to want to work for $10 an hour.
They get to watch the TV.
Sarah, don't let your dad babysit.
or let him drink.
They get the cable.
He's not getting any money.
They get all the liquor. What do they want?
Would you do it for some no-name cakes?
Oh, no-name cakes? Ooh.
How many?
You might be able to.
One an hour?
Yeah. 1 an hour? Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that'll work.
But you would say no to $3.99 an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is
what's
going rate is for a no-name cake.
You know what's funny is like they might have to stop me from babysitting because all of the no-name cake wrappers in the trash and I have a sugar coma.
Holy smokes. Someone said when my son's girlfriend is home from college, she babysits for people on Mercer Island. And guess how much they pay her?
Oh, from college. Okay, now she's a college-age person, though. Now she's an adult.
She's an adult, and she's also doing it on Mercer Island.
Yeah, Mercer Island is probably paying good money for somebody they can trust. I'm going to say $30 an hour.
$30. What are you thinking, Danny?
45.
All right, Vicky.
50.
50.
Ooh.
Sarah, what do you think?
55 or 60.
Well, you're all off except for BJ. $35 an hour.
Yeah, buddy, and I didn't go over. The price is right,
That's
bitch.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
You win nothing, though.
Woo, come on. I want to come on down. Where's the little guy on the climbing the Alps?
$35 an hour.
I want to play Plinko.
If I was the babysitter, I'd be like, yeah, just stay out. Keep staying out. That's totally fine. I got you, kid.
Yeah.
You spend the night.
$35 an hour on Mercer Island. They know what's up. That's right. Man. Oh, there goes my $10 an hour deal. No one's going to pay. I got to pay more.
Dude, you were way off.
You aren't kidding. Well, I miss those days. Hey, one of the most iconic actors of all time just shared that he once tried to take voice lessons to get rid of his accent. And this is an accent that he's known for. You're going to hear from him at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. Can I leave things off of a bankruptcy, like my car?
You have to list all of your assets and creditors when you file bankruptcy. So you would have to tell the court and the trustee that you have the car or that you have a car loan. You could say that I want to keep my car and continue to make my payments on the car. But the court will need to know that you have a car and that you may have a payment on the car. So by leaving it off the bankruptcy, if you mean that you cannot disclose it to the court, the answer to that is no, you must disclose it. However, that does not mean that you'll lose those assets. You'll be able to keep things like a car and a house in almost all cases, but you must disclose them to the court. But you'll need to continue to make payments on a house or a car that you intend to keep.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it, too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms. But one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes, because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America. Visit our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, get snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. Travel Centers of America.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1, it's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2, your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3, Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card, tap for transit, and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention LOVE20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
This is The Mighty Rock, starring BJ and Migs. Mornings.
Because, hey, at least once a day, you should experience a BJ.
You know, I'm ready for my BJ.
.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Arnold Schwarzenegger just did an interview where he shared that he once took voice lessons because he was trying to get rid of his Austrian accent early in his film career.
You think about now, we all love Arnold Schwarzenegger for what he's become, and obviously we all do impersonations and stuff, but I've listened to like a lot of like his motivational stuff, because sometimes he has like some really great nuggets of information when he does those motivational speeches, because he really came here with nothing and he had a dream of becoming a megastar, but he kept being told by everybody and everyone, you're not going to make it because of this, that, and the other thing. And one of the big things was you're not going to become an actor. Look at your accent, the way you look, the way you talk, it's never going to happen. Yeah, right. So nowadays we're just looking at him as this massive box office smash of an actor. But at one point, everybody was telling him that you're going to fail.
It is weird because they're right. I don't know why it happened for him that way.
I think it was just his perseverance, his charm maybe. But I think he had a work ethic that not many people are willing to put in the work that Arnold Schwarzenegger put in.
Yeah, he was one of the first jacked up stars. If you were, everybody got jacked up, but man, he was one of the first guys that you're like, all right, the big muscular guy, action hero, we dug that, that's for sure. And it didn't matter that he did not speak well.
But he had that certain personality, because I just recently watched Pumpin' Iron. Have you ever watched that documentary?
No.
About him in the whole bodybuilding scene. I don't know if it's going to be your cup of tea, but it's an interesting watch because he's such a fascinating dude, but he's also kind of entertaining in his own weird, unique way, because he was talking about how a good pump and a good workout is no different than a happy moment with a...
Oh, really?
But, man, he was using some colorful language and describing working out. I'm like, I don't know if I want to work out today. I feel really naughty. And I remember I was on the treadmill watching it, and I was like, I think I should just leave the gym. Like, the fact that he made this connection is just kind of crazy, but I get what he was saying. It's that adrenaline rush. But hearing him in that accent, especially when he was a younger version, he had no filter and he wasn't really worried about what people thought of Arnold Schwarzenegger. So he's saying terms and using words that you just don't expect Arnold to use.
Wow. Okay, that's worth watching Pumping Iron. I had no idea that he was that candid.
Yeah, it's about like 30 or so minutes into the documentary when he goes down that road, and I'm like, what in the world am I watching?
Yeah, man. It's hard to believe, though. Like,
Vicky's got it up on YouTube, and it's just the look on his face with the smile that he has, and he just talks about...
Oh, he's so young there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, this is like the first introduction to Arnold Schwarzenegger that we all had.
Yeah, there, and it is wild. He does have and he is even jacked there. People just weren't that jacked in Hollywood. Now it seems like if you want to be in a Marvel movie, you got to look like that. But he was one of the first guys to look like that, and that worked out well for action movies because Van Damme never looked like that.
No, and he looks like a CGI-made Marvel character.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he definitely, there was some supplements that he was working into his routine, but still, he put in the work to get that big, and it was like an attraction.
Wow. Yeah, and imagine him. I mean, he tried to get rid of that Austrian accent, which really was a big part of his success.
When I stopped with bodybuilding competition and I wanted to get into movies and be a leading man, I said to myself, I have to do the same thing as I did with bodybuilding. I have to go and work 5 hours a day at this. I have to take English lessons and voice lessons and also accent removal lessons. So we worked on all of those kind of things. And then I realized, well, wait a minute. I don't think I ever get rid of my accent. I think it will always be there. And then it became kind of like a tradition.
Yeah.
An accent removal.
Yeah, I mean, I know that. I had to do that myself.
Did you have to go to a voice coach to do it?
They did. Yeah, that was part of our. Well, the voice coach was the school I was at. It was a class in the school that I went to.
So I remember losing my accent. I mean, I still have it from time to time. It pops in every once in a while, especially if I go back to New York or if I'm having an argument. Some of the words, I'll lose the R in all of my words and it'll end with like an A. But I remember going to college in upstate New York and nobody had an accent in my suite, in my dorm, or anything along those lines. And I thought it was so weird. I thought everyone else talked funny because I'd never been around anyone that didn't have a New York accent.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden they're all talking and I'm just like, what the hell? And they're all making fun of me because of my thick Brooklyn accent. Oh, yeah. And so the way I was able to lose that accent was I just started impersonating them. And trying to talk like them. And slowly but surely, by the time I was out of college, I'd go home and see friends and family like, who are you? Where's your accent? And even though most people could still hear it, but in Brooklyn, around everyone else, everyone was like, what happened to you? Where's your accent? Where did it go?
Yeah, that happened to me a lot after working in the radio business and going back to Boston. People are like, what the hell, dude?
I'm just trying to talk like the people I see on the TV.
That's it. So in this clip, Arnold Schwarzenegger talks about the lines from his movies that fans request most.
I think I'll be back. Oh, get to the chopper. Oh, it's not a tumor. I hope you have enough room so I can ram my fist in your stomach and break your goddamn spine. You know, hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, and he's on the Kelly and Mark show. Still not.
Who the hell's Mark?
Mark is her husband. Oh. It got very very nepotistic when Ryan Seacrest left. Though Mark would fill in, Mark Consuelo, I think his name is, when he would fill in from time to time when Ryan couldn't make it, and then they were just like, you know what, we're just going to hire him.
All right, well, at least he had a background in entertainment. He was an actor and things, and he's been on some shows. I thought he was just like some dude that was married to her, and he's like, I could do that job just as good as the other guy.
Well, I mean, just because you're an actor and stuff, I don't know if you'd be a great interviewer. I'm still not happy about it.
Do you watch it?
No.
Did you watch it before him?
I mean, I've watched it back in the Regis and Kathy Lee days. And then the Regis and Kelly days. And
how often?
Only when I was on vacation because my wife watched it all the time.
But you didn't do it because you wanted to watch it.
I mean, I like to see what they're doing, because it's a well done show.
They're doing each other. And now they do a show together.
Exactly. And so, I don't know why. I just feel like, you know what? You've already got the job, Kelly. Let another person have the other part of the job. Now it's all the money's in the family. That's the other thing, is like that the entire budget goes to the family. Kelly just doubled up. That's how I looked at it. Like, Kelly just got a raise because they hired her husband.
Oh, okay.
That's how I looked at it. I was like, wow, what a bonus. I mean, I can't blame her, and I can't blame him. But, so
Did you hear your favorite Arnold line in that? Because he didn't do my favorite.
No, I didn't. My favorite is from Total Recall.
Which is?
Get your ass to Mars.
Okay.
I love that line, and I know it's, obviously it isn't it isn't from the most iconic movie that he's ever done. I'm a sci-fi guy, so of course I love Total Recall, but yeah, he's talking to himself in that. That's what I love. It's a video of him talking to him.
That's awesome.
Get your ass to Mars, Cohagen.
Mine wasn't listed either, and mine's from Terminator, and it's, your clothes, give them to me now.
That's good, too. That's very, very good. Yeah.
He said one of my favorites. He said, it's not a tumor.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My other favorite is, who is your daddy and what does he do?
Oh, man.
I love him.
And I remember they made those prank calls based on the Arnold buttons.
Oh, my gosh. The old soundboard prank calls.
Yeah.
They were on E-Bombs World, weren't they?
You know what? There's a lot of people that are listening right now have no idea what the hell E-Bombs World is. But that was like the first of all the big weird things on the internet websites.
Yeah.
That was high school for me. That's all I would look at. It's just E-Bombs World every day, watching the same videos and playing the same games every day.
And people would do prank calls where they would call people and only answer in those Arnold drops.
I used to do those at my old job when we would, before we get in trouble for pranking people.
Yep.
I would spend, after the show was done, I would have all those different, like Homer, the Full Metal Jacket guy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever the popular, Marge Simpson, and I would just call random places, a lot of times like random pizza places in New York, and try and have them have, and every once in a while they would have a conversation, but usually within 45 seconds to a minute, they'd tell them to F off and hang up the phone.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was great when you could get them online and they just would stay and think they were really talking to somebody.
I remember one time I kept a woman on. It was a female psychic. And I ended up having Homer Simpson call her. And it went on for a good 2-3 minutes. And it was, I wish I could find it. I got to look. I don't know where I can find these things. But
that's awesome.
That was one of my favorite ones because she was legit having a conversation and trying to get this guy, Homer Simpson, to pay money so that he could actually get a psychic reading from her.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know what? When you need money, you'll just stay on the line with anybody.
It was, I like donuts. Oh, okay. Well, for $5.99 a month, I will be willing to read, here, whatever.
Yeah, I'll read your Dunkins.
Right. I'm just like, lady, give up. Hang up on this. It's Homer Simpson.
So awesome. So Arnold also shared that none of those famous lines were ever intended to become catchphrases.
But the funny thing about it is that none of those lines we knew are going to be big hits. You say those things, but then when the movie comes out, people come up to you. I remember when Terminator came out and people came up to me and said, can you say this line? I said, what line? Yeah, I'll be back. And I said, I'll be back. And they said, no. The way you say it in the movies. All right. I'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You hear that a lot in the business where people had no idea that what they were doing was going to be something that folks would just make quotables for the rest of time.
Yeah, and I wonder if he has moments where he can look back and remember doing a movie and being like, "This is definitely going to become one of those I'll be back lines," and it didn't. And which part of a movie was it? That'd be kind of interesting. Was he expecting something to blow up and become like one of those catchphrases and nobody picked up on it?
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he tried to get rid of his accent, and then eventually just said, "I can't do it." Another one I love is when he shoots Sharon Stone in Total Recall and says, "Consider that a divorce."
That's a good one.
I just love that line.
And it's the accent is what obviously it's the way he delivers it, but it's because of that accent that they became such great quotable lines.
Yeah, it all worked out. We don't, it's like if. It's one of those things that nobody could have predicted, but the jacked up body, he was huge. The accent, and also really good action. I mean, they really made good action movies, and he was perfect for that. It's the reason why Keanu Reeves is perfect in The Matrix. He doesn't really do much. He fights, but he doesn't. It's not like he says anything that matters. I mean, really, Keanu's lines are not important at all in The Matrix, really, hardly at all.
And I think Arnold was willing to be okay with being the butt of a joke. Obviously not an extreme butt of the joke. I mean, no one wants to be completely like bullied and stuff, but like, he was okay with people doing bad impressions of him. He never really took himself too serious, even though he looked like this menacing figure. We all think of him as a really likable, lovable dude, even though he's got muscles on top of muscles.
Oh, Hans and Franz. I mean, really, Saturday Night Live, was it Kevin Nealon and Dana Carvey, I think, were they Hans and Franz? And they themselves probably owe him a lot because they made very, very memorable characters on SNL.
We're here to pump you up.
Yeah, I mean, those guys were great. Man. Oh.
So he said you should hear Arnold's voice in Hercules. I remember the movie Hercules. I remember my brother being obsessed with the movie. I don't remember even how.
Wow.
I'd imagine that his accent was even crazier, or did he get overdubbed?
I don't remember him in Hercules.
I know there was an interview where he said that he was overdubbed in his German accent. Like he didn't do his own German voice for the German dub. Somebody else had to do it or something like that.
Okay.
I think I remember in one of his movies, and I thought that was hilarious.
That is hilarious to think that like he probably could. I imagine, that's his first language, right? Or Austrian and German, are they different? I don't even know.
Yeah, I know that like sometimes when you speak, my voice does sound different when I speak Spanish versus when I speak English, and it's almost like two different personalities. So I think like the vibe just was off.
I heard people say that a lot. People that are bilingual or speak more, that they have their personality is completely different when they're speaking one language over the other. There's a singer of a popular band that will quiz you about his band before he signs any autographs. And we got some good audio of him actually doing this to an autograph collector. You're going to hear it at 8:17 on The Rock.
We all know cats are intelligent. Felix Cat Insurance was able to secretly record 2 cats on a hidden microphone. Let's listen in.
Did you hear the one about the 3 dogs at the park?
That's old, like 4 lives ago. But did you hear about the new pet insurance just for cats from FelixCatInsurance.com?
Of course. What do I look like, a dog?
When you're coughing up a fur ball, yes. Listen, Felix Cat Insurance plans start at under $1 per day and are as unique as you and me. They call it whisker-to-tail protection.
Even fur balls?
Even that. Remember the last time you had a fur ball? I made a TikTok. It went viral.
Oh, well, that's good. Wait, you're on social media?
There you have it. Felix Cat Insurance. Customizable coverage exclusively for felines. Sorry, no dogs allowed. FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it meow. Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. For all terms and limitations, visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America, where our motto is simple: return every traveler to the road better than they came. Avoid any hassle and stop at our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, indulge in delicious snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. For more info, go to ta-petro.com. Travel Centers of America, your road to happy travels.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms, but one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes, because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1. It's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2. Your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3. Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card. Tap for transit and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
These days, every new potential hire can feel like a high-stakes wager for your small business. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs help find the right people for your team faster and for free. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/decide. That's linkedin.com/decide to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Get the best workout with the best-kept secret in fitness. Hydro, the state-of-the-art at-home rower. Hydro engages 86% of your muscles, delivering the ultimate full-body workout in just 20 minutes. From advanced to beginner, Hydro has over 4,000 classes that are shot all over the world and are taught by Olympians and world-class athletes. For a 30-day risk-free trial with free standard shipping, go to hydro.com and use code FIT500 to save up to $500. That's HYDROW.com, code FIT500.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
Did you know that even here in the U.S., 1 in 5 children are at risk of hunger? As a mother, it breaks my heart. That's why I support No Kid Hungry. Through school meal programs and community partnerships like with local food banks, they're making a real difference. Every $50 donation can help provide 500 meals for kids. Won't you please visit nokidhungry.org/chip in and give today? Your support can help ensure that more children get the meals they need. and that fewer kids go to bed hungry.
You're listening to BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Third Eye Blind singer Stephen Jenkins. He's taking some heat. Gosh, I like that band a lot.
Man, that's a band that had a one album wonder.
Yeah.
Every song off of that debut record, I believe, became, at least I'd say 7 or 8 songs became a single, and 6 of them probably were hits.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
People would have asked them to spread that out. Spread that out. Maybe make that 2 or 3 albums worth.
I wonder if they would have rathered that, because I think that the staying power and the longevity of that band might have happened if it might have went a lot longer if they actually had multiple hits, like 2 or 3 hits over the course of several records as opposed to 6 hits on one record. I think people got burnt out on them.
It's kind of like Hootie, kind of like Alanis. You know, when you had the only one that I know that it didn't hurt
Matchbox 20 in a way.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. The only one that didn't hurt was Michael Jackson. I mean, Michael Jackson had an album, you know, like his Thriller album had so many hits on it, and he still was able to go beyond that.
You know why? I think, in all fairness, he had multiple albums before that and was already building this machine in a sense. Whereas that was the first album, we almost got, I don't know, oversaturated with Third Eye Blind.
Yeah, you're right. Though I still would love to hear some new music from them.
Oh, they're putting out new music?
Are they really?
So clearly you don't care enough.
Yeah, I guess
they just
not.
put out a record like maybe a year ago.
I had no clue. I guess it's not that good, huh?
I listened to it. It's fine.
Okay. So
but it's one of those things when you start listening, you're like, I just kind of want to hear Semi-Charmed Life and Jumper and, you know.
Oh, really? You're just like, yeah, I don't want to hear.
How's it going to be?
I don't want to hear any new stuff.
Losing a whole year. Yeah, you hear it and you're just, this isn't as good as the old songs, and I can just listen to the old songs now.
Yeah. Wow, that sucks. I'll have to check it out. I had no idea they were still doing music.
That's so fun. I'd listen to their stuff. They've been putting out albums like almost every few years.
Wow, that's amazing. I thought they were done.
Well, I think everyone in the band but Stephen Jenkins is done. I don't think there's another original band member with them right now. I think it's him and a bunch of hired hands.
That's how all of those old bands kind of go these days, though.
Yeah.
Like you think that they're gone, and then it's all of a sudden it's like, wait, they're still putting out music? Yeah, but it's not the original.
The drummer's kind of been there for most of it. I think they had a different drummer at one point, but then this drummer's been with them since like the late 90s.
All right. That's something.
He's probably just like, I'll put up with this guy's crap. I'm paying my bills with this stuff.
Yeah. Well, Steven, he's taking heat because there's a video of showing him quizzing a man who asked for an autograph. And Steven apparently wanted to make sure that he was a true fan. So he asked him to name a song from the band's 2003 album, Out of the Vein. Wow, 20 years ago. I'm old. Here's the audio of him quizzing that dude that wants his autograph.
Can I get a photo with you there? Tell me a song that's on Out of the Vein. I can't believe you're literally going to quiz me. I've met you. I'll tell you why. Because there's a business of signing stuff that goes up on eBay. Sure. And I don't want to participate. That's cool. I understand? I know. It's like, good Lord. I'll sign one record. Okay? Okay. What's your name? Nick. It's Nick.
See, I don't really feel anger. Not that would be angry, but I don't. Man, at some point, can we stop bugging people in the airport? Like, that's the least fun time for anyone. You want to get your baggage and go. And all these people with like a crap ton of stuff they want to autograph. You see with any celebrity, people are just waiting for these celebrities to get off a plane, and then they just bug them to basically sign a trillion things so they can sell it on eBay.
And he didn't answer the question, did he?
Well, in all fairness, that was a really bad question.
Oh, yeah?
It's that third record. Nobody's going to know any songs from that album.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I mean, he clearly wanted a guy to get it wrong. You know, he could have been like, what's the actual name of the Doot 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 song?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Right.
Yeah. And,
Or we like, finish this song title, Losing a Whole, and then see what he says.
I would have got that wrong.
I just said it, losing a whole year.
Oh, yeah, I totally see. I would never get it even after you told me.
No autographs. I do like that celebrities will start quizzing these people just to see how big of a fan they are before he signs it. And he still signed something. He just didn't sign 30 things.
Yeah, and again, you only get one thing signed. Who wants you to sign? That's the other thing I don't understand, bringing multiple things to be signed. You get one autograph on something.
Because they want to sell it all and make money.
Yeah.
You can't make much money if you just get one thing signed.
That's why I'm with Steven on this. It's like, yeah, you're just trying to make money off of. I don't like it. I know people, they got their side hustles, but why am I obligated to help you with your business?
Which is kind of weird when you really think about it. Like, this is the only way that you're able to get. I mean, yes, you are putting in work. I mean, I get it. It takes time to figure out what celebrity's getting off of what plane. You got to drive to the hotel or the airport. You got to spend hours waiting for them. So I could understand the amount of time you put into it. I don't know if you're making enough money to make it justified, but at the end of the day, you're still bugging a person and kind of invading on. I know that people are going to argue, oh, you're a celebrity, you should be available at all times. I'm just like, no. I think that celebrity still deserves a little peace and quiet when they get off of a plane.
And
a hotel. Like, there's certain places we should leave them alone.
I'm not obligated to help you with your business.
No.
That's exactly what it is. It's like, wait, you need something for me to help you with your business, and I'm literally getting nothing from you for this. And especially musicians, they have to bust their ass to make a living. And Third Eye Blind, as we found out, I didn't even know they were still in business.
Oh, they just played the fair. Even one person said, I just saw them at the fair recently, and they were great.
Yeah, see, I'm a horrible
3 weeks
fan.
ago.
I am a horrible fan.
You might be the worst Third Eye Blind fan of all time.
I am the worst fan of all time. No autographs for me. Now, this is what I love. Talk about somebody who, I don't even know who this is. Singer-songwriter Edwin McCain posted a video of his own.
Who the hell is Edwin McCain?
I have no idea. But he criticized Steven and offered to sign all the autographs that anyone wants him to. Well, sure. I don't even know who you are. You're like, at this point, I would love to be somebody that someone would autograph. Who the heck? I guess he was a singer and songwriter that had some success, a pop success back in the late 90s and early 2000s. I don't know who the hell he is.
Is he a country artist?
I have no idea. Here's one of his songs. Maybe we'll recognize it. This is called I'll Be.
I thought this was the Goo Goo Dolls.
All this time you thought this was the Goo Goo Dolls.
Well, it sounds like a Goo Goo Dolls song.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
Brian Adams.
Everywhere.
This was a massive hit.
Yeah, it is.
I did not know who sang it, though.
Neither did I. Is this the only
hitting him?
Is this the only hit that he had?
Oh, Wikipedia says he had a few hits.
Okay, I don't even know who he is.
This was like late 90s.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But this was like, that was like on like all like those C-dub shows.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like on soundtracks. It was everywhere.
I'll be honest with you, I never even questioned who sang that song. It was one of those, like, you hear it, you knew that song everywhere, but I never thought, like, oh, I should look into that song.
I was like, is that Goo Goo Dolls, Gin Blossoms, Brian Adams? I don't know. It's one of those power ballad artists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
That's so funny. Well, yeah, he was a guy.
Edwin will sign anything you want.
I don't even know what he looks like, though.
Yeah.
Do you have the audio of him talking about him saying that he would sign
yeah. Here he is.
If the eBay people stop showing up and getting you to sign stuff so they can sell on eBay, you're done. Your career's done. Like I love those guys. Like, come to my shows. I'll sign all your stuff. I signed 40 things. I know they're selling them on eBay. They're making a living. They literally stand in the cold waiting for the tour bus to show up, stand in the heat, buy tickets and come to shows. Dude, eBayers, bring that stuff to me. I'll sign all of it.
Okay, now that's a little bit different. All right, so he's basically knowing exactly what they're doing.
But he knows that if you're having people sign your stuff, that means you're still relevant.
Yeah. Okay. I see what he means by that. Okay.
I'm kind of blown away that that's what he sounds like when he's not singing.
I know, right?
It's crazy how you lose your accent when you're singing, or you pick up a random accent when you do sing. Like some artists are. That I wasn't expecting him to sound like that.
No, not at all.
Like a little twang to his voice.
I would never have known that was anybody. And I guess then the real thing for me is that they're, like you said, they buy tickets, they go to the show. Sure, that makes sense. Getting you at an airport, I guess to me that's the line.
Well, here's one texter that says, so is it okay for the celeb to make millions off of us, but we can't make a few dollars off of their scribble? Shame on us. Lame. It's an interesting mindset. A lot of people have that mindset.
Make millions off of you. You don't have to pay. You don't have to like them. I mean, you're paying for their music. They're giving you something.
Yeah, I don't even know how to like.
I
don't know what a good analogy would be. Like, I mean, I don't even know how to argue that because I just don't think like that. It's such an interesting way to think. But there's a lot of people who do think like that. Like a celebrity owes you everything because we spend money to see them do whatever they do. Therefore, without us, they are not a celebrity.
And without their music, you don't have good stuff in your day. Like they contribute to the positivity of your day if you like their music, and they bust their ass to make that music for you.
Yeah, I just don't feel like a celebrity owes me anything.
No.
Like what they provide is their music, their whatever their art is. I don't think that they owe me any time, even if I bought tickets to see what they do, because to me I paid money to see you do what you love, what I love that you do. Music, wrestling, acting, theater, whatever it is. Like, I don't expect you have to give me anything more than just that.
There are some bands out there these days that they'll just sell two versions of their record, a signed version and a regular version. So if you want their autograph, you just spend a little bit more coin and you get their autographs without it being personalized. And then it's like after that, you could do whatever you want with it. And at that point, I feel like, because I've thought about that in terms of like, well, that deters people from bringing like records to the shows to get them to signed, And
they get a couple extra dollars. And they're the ones getting the money, not the random dude at the airport.
Well, and at that point, he could probably resell those signatures.
But they still got compensated.
But they still got compensated. Like, at that point, just do that.
Well, that's why at Comic-Con, you got to spend $100 in order to be able to stand in line, get a picture, and get an autograph. Because these folks are like, look, man, you want that? Okay, but I'm going to get paid.
It's like when I go to WrestleMania and stuff, I go to like some of those, the WrestleCon, and all my favorite wrestlers growing up in the 80s are just walking around, Demolition or whoever it is, and you just want to like go up to them and say, my first thought is, I want to get a picture with them. I realize, oh, wait, crap, that's what they're doing here, is that they're charging people for pictures. I feel weird. Even though they might say yes, I feel like I'm kind of screwing over their business at that time. So then I'm like, well, I'll just wait for them when they're at their table, and if the line's not too long, I'll go over there and buy a picture.
Yeah, the only hypocritical part I have of this is our interaction with Lou Ferrigno.
Okay, I knew it always goes back to Lou. Lou's in a lot of trouble right now.
What's going on with Lou?
Oh, I don't know all the details, so here I am. I'm paraphrasing, but there are allegations that he's taking advantage of his wife, who currently is battling dementia.
Oh, that's horrible.
And I don't know much more than that.
Oh.
I saw the story and I go, here's more ammunition for BJ to hate Lou Ferrigno. And that was this morning. And of course, here you are talking about Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I guess they're in the middle of like a big, like ugly divorce.
Oh, boy. Divorce is never pretty.
Yeah, so I don't know who's true. Obviously it's a divorce. There's three sides of the story. There's one side, the other side, and the truth.
Hey,
yo.
Yeah.
Which is kind of true, though.
Yeah, well, you know what? With our interaction with Lou Ferrigno is any indication of Lou's sense of what he believes is right and wrong, then I'm with the wife.
Oh, she's filing for a divorce because every morning he charges her $50 to just get breakfast from him. It's crazy. Oddly enough, though, it says the actor and fitness star sued their oldest daughter, claiming she's financially exploiting her mom and turning her against him.
Oh, so he's suing the daughter.
The divorce, came after, so he went and sued her because, you turned your mom against me and you're financially exploiting your mom. And then the divorce came out. So now the wife is saying, nope, that's what you're doing to me.
Oh, whoa. And it's their daughter? Oh, that's not good if it's both their kid. Oh, Lou, how are you in that situation? That sucks. If
he would have just signed or taken a picture with us, none of this would have happened, BJ.
That's the problem is that our limited anecdotal interaction with Lou Ferrigno is that we had him on our show for promotional reasons to promote him being at Comic-Con. We said, hey, come on our show for free. We won't charge you. And it was, a mutual interaction. We also get to interview a celebrity. That's how that works for us. And that's a fair transaction. Celebrity comes on our show. We let him promote their thing. Well, Steve and I happen to be at Comic-Con. We see Lou at his booth, and we're like, hey, Lou, we have social media. We had you on the show. Let's take a picture. We'll put it on our social media. And Lou was going to charge us for the picture. And we're like, dude, we're not wanting your picture for that reason. We're going to put it on our social media pages, promote it on our website, which has got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people, so that they'll come down and see you. It'll be part of the interview thing. And
that's what BJ says. Steve, on the other hand, just wanted the picture so I could put it on my social media for likes.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, look, dovetailing is one thing. I was going to do both.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't care.
The truth, the other one side, the other side, and then the truth. I'm telling you.
So maybe that's what he snuffed out. Maybe he snuffed that out and really knew that, I
just wanted a picture with Lou Ferrigno so I could be like, you're with the Hulk.
Yeah, he probably figured that out and said, no, you guys aren't trying to help me out here.
But I didn't feel like I could get enough mileage out of it for $50.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I was like, yes, Steve's not paying $50, and Lou can smell this a mile away. I really, though, would have put it on our social stuff. I don't care. I don't want a picture with him. I don't really take pictures with many people. I don't care. But, Steve did, and I tried to help you, buddy.
It didn't work out.
No, it didn't.
No.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Same name as a rapper. What is a male duck called?
Quack, quack.
No.
Quack, quack.
Ryan.
Little quack, quack.
No.
Little quack, quack.
I'll come back.
Hey, that rhymed. Little quack, quack, I'll come back. Yeah, we were looking for Drake.
Duh.
Yeah. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 850 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I owe a lot of back taxes. Can bankruptcy help me?
Bankruptcy can discharge back taxes under certain circumstances. Some types of taxes are never dischargeable, like if you have taxes from an employee, if you ran a business and didn't pay employee taxes or sales taxes. Those types of taxes cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. However, most people don't have those kind of taxes. Most people have just regular income taxes. If you owe income taxes and you filed your tax returns but just weren't able to pay the taxes, if the taxes are more than 3 years old and you filed the tax returns, those types of taxes can be discharged in bankruptcy in most circumstances, especially through a Chapter 13 case.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. And realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. Parents can send instant money transfers, automate allowance, and more. Plus, keep an eye on spending with real-time notifications. Join more than 6 million families building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get your first month free at greenlight.com/Odyssey. That's greenlight.com/Odyssey.
Are you feeling pressure to choose an insurance plan that doesn't fit your family? You're not alone. This open enrollment, take back freedom over your healthcare decisions with Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM is the faith-based alternative to insurance that aligns with the values that matter most. Choose a provider you trust with no network restrictions and affordable healthcare programs that work for you. Enroll today at chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Limitations apply.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention LOVE20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle, on Friday, November 17th, 7 o'clock, and that's 7 p.m. Live Day goes to prom night. And it's the same thing, Steve. Yep. We're doing all the same stuff we do on Live Day.
And like you said, it's at night this time. Your demands have been answered. Everyone's like, it's too early to get there at 6 in the morning on a random weekday and party with you guys. Make it on the nighttime. Make it on the nighttime.
Yeah.
And also do it on a weekend. So, yep, here it is. Friday night, the 17th of November at 7 p.m.
Yeah, we'll be at Snoqualmie Casino. And, we will all be live. All the folks from KISW, sound effects, music, special guests. All that's going to be done live, just like we do on a Live Day. But it's 7 o'clock at night, and this time we're wearing our best because it's prom night. We're dressing up.
And we're going to crown a prom king and queen. So, step it up. I'm sure the better the dress, the better chances you have.
Oh, yeah. You want tickets? Well, you're going to get them. Live Day goes to prom night. Tickets on sale right now at snocasino.com.
Let's play Be Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Be Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Be Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to be Migs? I know Eric from Queen Anne's. Eric, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Eric has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who was the first cartoon character to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Mickey Mouse.
Yes. Moon Age Daydream is a documentary about what singer's life?
Pass.
Which chemical element is also known as quicksilver?
Lead?
No.
Pass.
What is the most expensive nut in the world?
Chestnut?
No.
A Brazilian nut?
No.
Pass.
If it's 4 p.m. in Seattle, what time is it in Hawaii?
2 p.m.
No.
1 p.m.
Yes. What fast food chain uses the slogan, "Where's the beef"?
Wendy's.
Yes. A famous song from the movie Frozen is "Do You Want to Build a What?"
Snowman.
Yes. Which Playboy bunny was football player Hank Baskett married to?
Pass.
How many teaspoons are in 5 tablespoons?
20.
No.
24.
No. You get 4 correct, Eric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the other guy earlier today got 4 correct, and Steve only got 4 as well. So
I also want to bring up that I think that Hawaii does not turn their clocks ahead. So they're currently only 2 hours behind us. In the fall, when we fall back, they will be 3. But I don't believe they in Arizona are, I think, the only states that actually don't do daylight savings time, if I'm not mistaken.
So he would have got it right.
Either way, yeah. So I mean, just
so I guess Steve could say either answer.
Yeah. So we'll see what I say. We'll have to make that a maybe if he doesn't come up with the right answer.
We'll see.
We'll
see how I feel.
I believe I'm correct about that.
All right, Steve, are you ready?
Yes. Now I'm curious.
Who was the first cartoon character to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
It's got to be Mickey Mouse.
It is.
Nice.
Moon Age Daydream is a documentary about what singer's life?
Moon Age Daydream?
Yes.
I'm going to go with Dean Martin.
No.
Sammy Davis Jr.
No.
Frank Sinatra.
No. Which chemical element is also known as quicksilver?
Bronze.
No.
Aluminum.
No.
Silver.
No. What is the most expensive nut in the world?
D's.
No.
Cashews?
No.
Macadamia.
Yes.
Nice work.
If it's 4 p.m. in Seattle, what time is it in Hawaii?
Oh, it is 9 p.m.
No.
Oh, it is 11 a.m.
No.
Noon?
No.
I don't know.
What fast food chain uses the slogan, "Where's the beef"?
Wendy's.
Yes. A famous song from the movie Frozen is "Do You Want to Build a What?"
Snowman.
Yes. Which
Thank you,
Playboy
Tatum.
bunny was football player Hank Baskett married to?
Oh, Kendra Wilkinson.
Yes. How many teaspoons are in 5 tablespoons?
50.
No. Steve, you got 5 correct, though, which is a win, barely. 5-4.
Eric.
Big win.
So close.
Eric, you had a chance, Eric.
Almost got it.
Yeah. You try again, buddy.
Yep. Let him know. I'm the man.
Yeah, thanks to your daughter. Your daughter won you this game.
Hell yeah, she did.
Because you knew nothing about Disney before her arrival into this world.
The great part is she doesn't even care to watch the movie. She just loves the soundtrack and really only likes 3 or 4 of the songs, including the one you just asked a question about, which is "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?"
Well, thank goodness she likes that one.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't know. Moon Age Daydream is the documentary about what singer's life?
Lady Gaga?
No.
I don't know.
David Bowie.
Oh,
yeah, he's a space guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I would never have gotten that. Yeah.
Which chemical element is also known as quicksilver?
Is that mercury?
It is.
Yeah.
You better get that right with how you were shaming me as I was guessing.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't bronze.
Or
that's the only thing I laughed at was bronze.
I mean, I like that you said silver. Silver and quicksilver.
And I said it's slow.
Yeah.
Silver.
If it's 4 p.m. in Seattle, what time is it in Hawaii?
You went to Hawaii.
Yeah, when I get there, my phone adjusts the time. I have no idea what time it is in Hawaii.
You said 9 p.m.
Okay, when you travel,
isn't it like 5 hours ahead?
No, that's when you when you travel east, they're ahead. When you travel west, they're behind.
I don't know where I'm going. I get on a
Yeah,
plane.
that's obvious.
I land, and my phone adjusts, and I know what time it is. I don't have to do anything.
Well, you still should have an idea like, oh, hey, look, it's blank hours
All right,
ahead
so
or behind.
It's 4 p.m. here in Seattle. What time would it be in Hawaii?
Right now, it should be 2 p.m.
But sometimes I guess it's 1 p.m.
Yeah, because they don't. I don't believe they turn their clocks back in the summer.
That's where PJ and I were arguing.
What, you
about
say
it.
no? What?
No, they don't. You're right.
Yeah. So there you go. So right now so it would be 2 p.m. right now then.
But Steve, I'm so glad you had absolutely no idea and you didn't guess 1 or 2 p.m. So thank you for that.
So what time is it now, Steve, in Hawaii?
It is 6:58.
Very good.
Actually, it's 5:56.
No, wait, what?
Or 5:50. Yeah, I typed in. It says 5. I'm like, current time in Hawaii. It says it's 5.
5:56. So it's
Yeah.
almost 6.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't turned our clocks ahead yet.
Suck
No,
it,
I
PJ.
should-
You're wrong, actually.
We haven't
yeah.
fallen back. Oh, you're absolutely right. It's because, when we fall back, it'll be, I don't know.
We're all idiots. Also,
See, at least I'm just showing up, and I'm just going to adjust to whatever time they tell me it is.
Right.
Don't overthink this crap.
Okay, so maybe maybe they are only 2 hours behind us, but because they don't jump ahead and we do, we get that extra hour
So
that
it's a
way.
3-hour difference according to textures as well.
Yeah, 3 hour difference in the summer with savings time, but then when it's normal time, it's only 2 hours.
It says
okay.
in November it'll be 2 hours.
Okay, I had that backwards. So I screwed up. Bottom line is that, yeah, you were right, Sarah.
thank you.
Yeah.
And please, someone tell me how many teaspoons are in 5 tablespoons.
Oh,
'cause-
that's fitting.
Yes, 15.
You were
because,
very bothered by that.
well, how many teaspoons are in 1 tablespoon?
No idea.
It's 3? It's 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. You got
Because I got that from you.
Yeah, you did good. You know what? You did the divisibles.
I don't know if you deserve to win that. But
Well, I don't deserve to either since I don't know what time it is in Hawaii
Really?
either. But at
Neither
least I
of
know
you.
they're not 5 hours ahead of us. I know that. I think.
that was rough.
Okay, well, you know what, though? It is time for Listeners on the Loose, where you get a lot smarter people who get to take over this show. So you have a shot, because we don't deserve it. 206-803-ROCK. Whatever you want to talk about, we got your calls, we got your texts at 933.
It's time to talk about Felix, the pet insurance brand made just for cats. Starting at under $1 a day, you can get whisker-to-tail protection with a plan as unique as your cat. Sorry, dogs. This customizable coverage is exclusively for feline friends. Learn more at FelixCatInsurance.com. That's FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it? Meow.
Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. Visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms for all terms and limitations.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it, too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms. But one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes. Because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America. Visit our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, get snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. Travel Centers of America.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1. It's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2. Your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3. Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card, tap for transit, and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
On the Rock.
Hey, you got something to say? They're wild, rapid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above. 206-803-ROCK is the number to call. That is also the number to text, 206-803-ROCK. And do remember, Steve has a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text.
Someone just texted and said, hey, guys, are you excited about the Kraken season starting tonight? What do you guys think? Playoffs or not?
Well, this is very early on for a kid like me.
Oh, it's playoffs or bust.
Okay,
man.
there we go. Yeah, but
Stanley Cup or bust.
You say that with everything, but you do know what you're talking about with hockey. But and you kind of know football and baseball. Well, you're a little sketch.
Oh, well, who said Teoscar Hernandez would bat over 250?
Yeah, you did say that.
I will forever use that as my example of why I know, even though it was the dumbest random guess. And it actually worked out for me.
It really did work out for you, yeah.
That was fun. The betting about Teoscar Hernandez might have been, well, because the playoffs didn't happen for the Mariners, so that was the highlight of the season.
That was the highlight of the season for you.
It was.
Yeah, I was hoping that my bet and ways would give the Mariners good luck.
I know.
But the Kraken, it's tough because we lost some people. And we have high hopes for some people.
We didn't really lose anyone big.
Okay.
I mean, Martin Jones, yes, he was a massive help in the beginning when Grubauer wasn't playing all that great during the... But I guess I kind of went into the season knowing that we were going to lose him because they just couldn't afford to have another goalie.
Yeah, what I'm hoping is that Joey Decord,
yes,
or if need be, Chris Drieger when they bring him up from the Firebirds, it will be enough. Like Martin Jones was enough if, in fact, Gruby has a little bit of a tough period.
I'm starting to feel really excited. I'm excited about Grubauer.
Okay.
Just because of how he did in the playoffs. I know he's the type of guy, he said it in interviews, he plays better over the long haul. Like, he's got to, he's going to have a couple ups and downs, but, keep the way that they kind of used him last year, sometimes in the year before, that was tough because if he had a bad game, you didn't see him again. And then if the backup goalie or their goalie 1B had a good game, he'd keep playing. So it's hard to build that rhythm. I think after the playoffs, I think he earned a lot of equity with this team, with the fan base. So I'm excited to see. And I could be wrong. You say I know something about hockey. I know nothing. I'm hoping for the best, just like everybody else.
I agree with what you're saying, though. A position like that, you really need to go out there and work a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to have a couple clunkers and not feel like your team just gave up on you or your coach gave up on you. And at times it felt that way. And I'm definitely not faulting Dave Haxtell. He deserved to be considered one of the coaches of the year, and I'm excited what he's going to do this year.
Yeah, and like you said, we've got some cool young players. We got a couple of new players, and I have high hopes, but sometimes you just don't know until I need to see the team play. Playoffs it's not easy. It's not easy to get into the playoffs. Well, I don't know. Some people think in hockey it is, but
but when you get down to the wire and you start realizing, oh crap, we need to start winning more games. games. I mean, they won 100. They had 100 points last season. That was a massive success for season 2.
It is a great success.
I'd be happy with another 100-point season for season 3.
And you take a look what the Golden Knights did, and that's who we're opening up against tonight in Vegas. And it's going to be, I imagine they have a celebration to say, hey, guess what?
You saw the Stanley Cup rings that they got the players. You don't think they're going to go over the top with their celebration tonight?
Which is, I guess if you're a Kraken fan or a Kraken player, you go, okay, they showed us how it's done as a new franchise. Let's go and do it ourselves.
And as a Kraken fan, all I'm thinking is just when you said that is crap. This game is not starting on time. I'm not getting any sleep tonight.
No, you're not. Yeah.
Here we go. Another season of not getting. It's worth it. I love it, man. I'm so happy we have hockey.
Yeah. That's right. It's back.
I saw an interview with Jordan Eberle, who's a player for the Seattle Kraken, and I wish I had the clip, but it was really awesome because he was talking about how a lot of fans kept coming up to him during the offseason, say, hey, congrats on a great season. He said at first it was hard for him because he kind of was pissed. He's like, no, it wasn't a great season. We didn't win the cup. And I love that attitude. He said, once you get out of that first round, you start realizing you're really close to getting to the Stanley Cup. At that point. Like the hardest thing is getting past that first round. And once you get that taste, and I think a lot of the players that were a member of the team last year are probably going to have that same vibe and that same spirit. Like, no. Last year, great season, but it wasn't a success in their eyes.
And I look at the way, I would love to have seen how we would have fared against the Knights.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
I feel like
even if we got swept, it would have been fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I feel like we would have done better than the Stars. Just because I want to think we would have.
Speaking of sports, somebody has a very important sports question for us.
All right, here we go. It's listeners on the loose, 206-803-ROCK.
All right, they said, it's based on, I guess, stolen from somebody else. What's your favorite mascot? Bowie, the Mariner Moose, or Blitz?
Oh, boy, I know what you guys are going to say.
Oh, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's Rocky. The Seattle Seawolves.
Oh, you're going outside the choices. All right.
Of course it's Bowie. Bowie's he's number one, baby.
I would have worn my Bowie jersey today if I would have remembered that the season was starting today.
Well, we can do it tomorrow.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, buddy.
Get our Christmas gift money's worth.
It is so fun. This week I'm just messed up on my days. I was thinking, I honestly thought today was Thursday for most of the morning. And then I was like, oh.
Well, aren't you disappointed?
I know.
Yeah. Well, this is tough for me because, Bowie has been super friendly to us, and we don't have that kind of relationship with the Mariner Moose or with Blitz.
Moose has never tracked us down during a game to get a picture with us. Neither has Blitz. Boom, I did get a picture with him, so he's cool with me.
Okay, Boom is, and we found out he's still around. We were a little worried about his whereabouts.
I just saw a picture of him with Bowie at the Mariners game.
Okay, I'm so happy because I really believe we brought Boom back.
We did.
Because he wasn't around for the longest time. And I think if nobody said anything, they would have been happy to let Boom just fade away.
I think they thought they could just kill him off. And then they realized, wait, there's a radio show that's on to us.
Yeah, we're like, you're not going to kill off Boom. Boom's a big part of it, buddy. And so we brought Boom back.
We need Boom on the field more. Did you see the Bowie spoof of Fatboy Slim?
Oh, no.
Bowie Boy Slim?
Oh, that's so good.
He does a version of, what was the song by Fatboy Slim? A little less, no.
No, I'm not sure.
I can't remember the one where he's dancing.
Christopher Walken was dancing.
What the hell is the name of that song?
I know, dude. I can't think of it either.
I bet it's over 20 years old.
Yeah.
Which is, and Fatboy Slim was just in town for Bumbershoot.
Oh, well, you know what, man? That's a
Praise You.
No,
not Praise
Weapon
You?
of Choice.
Weapon of Choice.
Or was it Praise You? Praise You is a good song.
Either way, it's a good video. I don't hear any music.
Oh, you're right. That's the one where they had everyone dancing.
Yes.
It wasn't the Christopher Walken one. Yep.
Weapon of Choice.
Weapon of Choice.
Weapon of Choice, baby.
I couldn't hum that if you asked me to, though.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fatboy Slim and I, we really weren't hanging out.
I feel like you would dig Fatboy Slim nowadays.
Maybe I would.
Speaking of listening stuff, someone did have a question. The big question today is, has BJ listened to Pearl Jam's 10 yet?
Oh, my God. But they don't ever even bother with that question.
I'm kidding. That wasn't the question. They wanted to know, have you listened to the new Glorious Sons record?
I did yesterday.
What'd you think of it?
I haven't finished it, but I like what I'm hearing.
It's a good record. It's different.
It's definitely different. And I think a lot of hardcore people that like really good rock are probably going to go, I don't know, it's a little softer than I'm used to. But, what is it, Brent? What's his name?
Brett Emmons.
Yeah, Brett, you get to hear his voice differently, and I really, really, I think Mercy Mercy, which is a cut off the album, really highlights a different form of singing for him. I don't hear him sing like that, and I really like that tune.
I think it's a real cool record, especially if you're a fan of a songwriter, like a person that can like really put out a good. I'm not a lyric guy, but sometimes I pay attention to it, especially with the Glorious Sons, because that guy he pulls you in with his lyrics, and I think it's just such a well written record.
Yeah, his lyrics are amazing. You're right, Steve.
It's not a rip-roaring rock record, but that's what I like about the Glorious Sons is that each one of their records has a little bit of a different vibe. So if you want the rip-roaring rock, you listen to The Union, or you listen to the Beauties and Fools record, or if you want this kind of a style, more mellow. And even the last record, War on Everything, had a little bit more of a mellow vibe to it as well.
Yeah, Glory's good. Glory's a good tune as well, the title cut. And I'm really, and a song called Cellular is fun.
That's a fun one, yeah.
I do like that song. That's I think that's as far as I got.
That's like 4 or so songs in.
Yeah, I was listening because I've been listening on whenever I'm driving around.
Well, I can't begrudge you. I'm not finished. I'm only 4 or so songs in on Mission Impossible, the movie.
So night 3, huh?
Night 3. I'm now 3 episodes in on this film.
It
continues to be an awesome movie.
It's a great movie.
I did not want to stop watching it, but the wifey fell asleep. I don't even think she cares, to be honest with you. I don't even think she's noticed that we're watching a movie that has Chinese subtitles on it. She has yet to ask me why are there Chinese subtitles on this movie, and I'm not going to say anything until she asks me.
Maybe she reads Chinese and she's just it's second nature to her. You just didn't know it.
So this whole time?
Yeah, this whole time.
Wouldn't that be great? Mission Impossible, the latest one, is you don't know, do you? I guess you don't even know. I don't know if I should tell you.
Oh, you're going to spoil the movie for me? I'm about 45 minutes left in the film.
We all know, but even going in, we all knew. But you don't know about this movie, I guess.
I know nothing.
Okay, I'm going to let it go.
All right.
I'm just going to let it go, and it'll be interesting to see, what you think. And once you're done watching the movie.
Thanos kill him?
Thanos comes in and he snaps his fingers and he's done. But all of us that we knew what was going on, but you obviously don't know. So that's great.
I don't know if I know.
I don't think you do know.
I might know, but I don't know.
Well, there's a big thing about this movie that you should know.
The more I talk to him, he's going to spoil it.
I'm not saying that's why I'm not.
He's ready.
I'm not spoiling anything that you shouldn't, like you would. Everybody knew what this movie was going to be, but you don't know, so I won't. I'll let you just go.
Is it the first of the 2 last movies of Mission Impossible?
I don't know if that's the case.
Okay.
I haven't heard that he's going to be done.
I don't know.
But you're warm.
Questions.
You're warm.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, you're very warm, at least to some degree.
Does he die in this movie?
Does he die in? Well, then it would be the
second half.
Yeah. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. I just think it's fun if you don't know.
I don't know. I might know.
I'm not telling you anything that's happening in the movie. I'm just telling you about what we knew about this movie.
Does Ethan get involved with Scientology? Not Tom Cruise, but Ethan.
Ethan decides, hey, give me one of those meters. I'm going to read people. That's how I'm going to solve all the crimes. That's how I'm going to solve the mission. It's a good movie, man.
It's really, he does not, the action scenes, they do not disappoint.
And even
great fight scenes.
Even the movies you don't like, the sci-fi cool stuff that you think are boring, I still think are good Tom Cruise movies.
There's that one female that got into a fight with the dude, like on the bridge.
Oh, she's good.
That fight scene was amazing.
Yeah, she's good.
So, I mean, just what they were doing during the fight was so cool.
I think that's Rebecca Ferguson. I think that's the woman from the Silo that I like. So I think that's who it was.
What was the dude's name? Like Gabriel or something like that?
Yeah, that I don't know because I don't pay attention to the dudes.
You need to read the subtitles. Just start knowing the names.
Oh, you're right. The subtitles are off. You're right. You know a lot more because you're doing that.
Especially the Chinese subtitles.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, yeah, the Chinese subtitles are really filling you in on all the characters.
They really are. It's been very helpful.
Oh, yeah. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. More of your calls, more of your texts. We're going to take those at 9:34 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. 206-803-ROCK. The number to call, the number to text.
Someone just said, Migs, I listened to Pearl Jam's 10 record last week at work, and yes, BJ is definitely missing out on a great record. Awesome listen. Get it done, BJ.
Sorry, buddies.
I love that someone actually listened to it because of that.
I am sure it's a fantastic record. I mean, that's what everybody's been saying for decades. So, of course, I'm not disputing that. But I'm on the side of Stone Gossard concert. He and I both have not listened to that album in its entirety.
He
and
gets
I
a
think
pass. He played on the record.
I can't turn my back on a fellow brother like this now. You know how
Oh,
it's
is
got to
that what
be.
it was? It
That's
wasn't the other many years of you not listening to it.
Solidarity, baby. That's what it's about.
I also want to know, what was the name of that sci-fi movie you recommended last where the girl fight scene on the bridge? Oh, that was Mission Impossible. It wasn't really a sci-fi, but the girl that's in the scene was in a sci-fi movie. I don't know what.
A sci-fi television show called A Silo. Yeah,
A Silo.
Rebecca Ferguson, who kicks ass, and she's also Paul Atreides' mom in the new Dune. She's really good, and she's good in The Silo. If you haven't watched The Silo, yeah, it's sci-fi, but it's not like crazy sci-fi. It takes place in a dystopian sort of apocalyptic future, and everybody lives in this giant silo. But it's like regular. It's like old-timey stuff in a way because they've lost all technology for the most part. And actually some technology and stuff from the past is banned. It's a really interesting idea. And Rebecca stars in that. It's good. It's on Apple TV Plus, or maybe you can buy it, off of Apple, your iTunes or whatever. It's a good show. I really liked it a lot. And I think they're getting a season 2. Very excited.
Also has a random question. Says, I have no backstory. I was just wondering this because my wife and I were talking about it. Do you feel that people without kids have room to judge what parents do with their kids?
Oh, that is interesting because it's funny how people without kids still feel like people judge them for not having kids. Like it's an ongoing thing where, they go, why can't we just live our lives? Why do you got to make us feel bad for not having kids?
And then when you do have a kid, then they stop bugging you about when are you going to have a kid, and it's when are you going to have another? And you're just like, we just had one. Can you pump the brakes, please? Why is that the follow-up question? Why are you making things awkward?
Yeah.
It's funny that it's a little bit like this. Well, first of all, I remember when I didn't have a kid, and I don't know if you guys ever did this. You go to a restaurant, you see kids on like their tablets and stuff, and you'd always think, if I have a kid, I'm never going to let my kid do that. That's just the mindset that you had. You almost just like, how could you just let your kid do this or that? And then you don't really know, well, what led to that. Now having a kid, there are some times where, yes, there's not a chance in hell that my kid's going to be in front of a tablet while we're eating. But then there are other days where it's just a battle. Nonstop. And if them looking at a cell phone can give you just a moment of just sanity, I understand it. So now when I go to a restaurant, I see people with kids with that. Granted, maybe they're just being lazy parents, or maybe they just finally just like, I just want to have a good meal and I had to bring my kid. I just want to have one decent night without my kid yelling and screaming.
Yeah, nobody who hasn't had kids knows the emotional and physical exhaustion of having to be around them. And they are just, when they're up, there is no more energy in the world that you could ever summon to compete with them. They are just relentless. And you're right, Steve. Before you had a kid, you go, oh, I'll never raise my kid that way because you got all that energy, all that free time. You think you're always going to feel that way.
And we got opinions.
And then all of a sudden, those kids come and just amazing how they suck the life out of you. It's unbelievable. And you can only know that if you actually experience it. You can never tell anybody this because they've never been at that level of physical and mental exhaustion that a child can put you through.
Yeah, and for me, it was, I always try to just put myself through the filter. Well, and, even before I had kids, it was just being like, well, how come? I always just thought it was so weird because we used to have coloring books. Like, we didn't have technology back then. But, like, my mom we'd go to restaurants and they'd give us the coloring pages, and I'd sit there and do the coloring pages until food came. So when Lily was born, it was always like, oh, she can be on the tablet until food comes, and then she puts it away and she has conversation. I never thought that was a weird thing, but everyone just hates it just because it's technology. And I'm like, it's the same thing.
It is funny because someone will be arguing, the whole coloring is for the artistic and creative and this. And it's like on the flip side, though, them knowing how to work around a tablet, that's going to be a skill set that they're going to need and they're going to use. So, I mean, there's arguments for both sides. But to me, it's like if it gives you a second of just a moment to breathe, do whatever you got to do. I understand.
See, I had it the opposite way. The one that I always thought that I would never do, or, I was like, judging parents, was when you would go to like a park or something and you'd see the kids playing on the playground and the parents sitting on the park bench on a phone. And I was like, I'm never going to be that dad. I'm going to be engaged with my kids. I'm going to be going down the slides. I love playgrounds. And nowadays it's like, yeah, Lily, go find a friend. I need to sit down for a second. To BJ's point is I'm just tired.
I haven't gotten that age set yet. Like still at 3.5, I'm still like head on a swivel. Like, there could be a whack job just comes out of nowhere and swoops her up. So I'm like, kind of.
Oh, interesting.
I know I don't need to be that way, but she's still younger.
Sure.
Maybe when she's 7 or 8, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm going to play on my phone. You can leave me alone. I got the Nintendo Switch now. let me play on that.
Yeah, it is. I feel like that it is really hard to judge any sort of parent and child interaction, unless, of course, there's abuse that you see going on.
If you put your kid on a leash, that's weird, y'all. I'm kidding.
Yeah, man.
I know that pisses off a few people. I wouldn't put my kid on a leash.
There are kids, though, that need to be on a leash.
I now understand why some do it.
I don't understand how those kids just don't understand not to stay. Like, there are kids that don't like to stay by their parents, whereas the most kids, they get real scared if they even see anybody and go right to the parent. Then there's that kid that just wants to run free.
And just bolts.
Yeah, and just gone. And so it's
like a little puppy, and you're like, I'm trying to catch this thing. I can't.
Yeah, I'm all for the leash for that kid, because that little son of a bee, man. I mean, I was lucky. Both my kids weren't like that.
I do love the internet, because sometimes I'll just see random things, and it's funny when people don't have any knowledge or will never experience something, wanting to share their opinion on, like how this texter just said. It's a random thing, but yeah, it is kind of funny when you don't have a kid, and here you are judging people. So I'm on like one of these goalie message board Facebook group things, whatever, and a woman posts on there that asks the question, hey, I'm a goalie, I'm pregnant. Any other goalies that have been pregnant, how long did you play until you felt like, okay, I probably shouldn't play anymore? Which I would have just thought the minute you find out. But yeah, you had certain protection. Chances are you're going to be fine playing, right? But I can't tell you any information about that. I can't give my 2 cents.
I would think a puck to the gut would not be good.
Well, that's I don't know. How? Because with the
I have
chest,
no
I
idea.
can't get pucks to the gut. I can know the chest protector helps a lot. Yeah, you'll feel it, but more often than not, unless you have a really crappy chest protector, your stomach is protected.
Is it so? You feel like that would protect the kid?
Yeah, I would, but I'm not going to tell you that because I don't want to be the reason why. So, pregnant women were putting in there too, but then all of a sudden all these dudes are telling her what to do. And finally someone's just like, I think it's weird that people who can't bring children into the world are telling you what you should do in this situation. Like, you don't know.
I would ask a doctor.
Well, that was, I think, overwhelming.
That's what I would do and go. And bring in the protector and go, hey... And then, doctor, hit me with a bat. What do you think?
A few goalies on that message board that were pregnant did go. They said, "Hey, I saw my doctor. This is what the doctor said." And I was like, "Okay, that's the person.
Helpful.
That's the person you should listen to, not Johnny over here that's telling you to go suck it up and do it, or
Good old John.
And maybe you'll give birth and they'll protect your 5-hole. The kid will stop the puck.
I'll tell you, man, the best advice I ever got was really think for a minute and say, am I qualified to answer this? It's okay to say, I don't know, or to not say anything, which for me, it was a big, big lesson because in my entire life, I don't know if it was a childhood dysfunction thing, but I always felt like I had to have an answer. If somebody asked me something, I'm like, oh my God, if I don't have an answer, I'm in trouble. Even though some of the questions that were asked of me as a child is like, I am not qualified to answer this. Right. Why am I even being asked this? Well, you'll be in trouble if you don't. I'm like, this is dumb. So I've learned to go, am I really qualified?
Right. I'll just sit this one out. I'll sit this.
That's easy.
And this page has tens of thousands of goalies and plenty clearly that are female that have been pregnant. Let them answer it. I'm going to move on to the next post.
God, there's so many people that waste your time with information that you go, dude, you are not qualified to give me information on this. You need to be quiet.
Bunch of know-it-alls.
Yeah, well, that's America, isn't it?
I would like to quickly, though, bring up something for our listeners.
All right, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Steve would like to pick the topic. Steve would like to guide the show.
You do listen to the show, so I feel like I deserve.
You know what? Every once in a while, you know what? You get to chime in.
And I was listening while we were doing a commercial break, and a member of our show said something that kind of blew my mind.
Okay, I don't think it was me because I never say anything that blows your mind.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't Vicky. It wasn't Sarah.
Oh,
Joe's not in today, so clearly it wasn't him.
Oh, here we go. Would it be the wonderful and talented Danny V?
It would be Danny V. And I'm not mad. I'm not here to judge.
Okay, well, I am ready to judge because if you're already even thinking of bringing it up, this is going to be good. I'm excited.
We were talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger earlier this morning.
Yeah.
And we were talking about our favorite movies. And, Vicky had a couple of her favorite Arnold quotes. I had a couple of mine. You had a couple of yours.
Oh, yeah.
One person who didn't share a quote that he had was Danny over there.
Uh-oh.
Turns out.
Hello.
Oh, no.
Danny has never seen an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Never once.
I've told you before
Isn't that
Danny,
crazy?
I'm telling you, Danny's a terrorist. I don't think he's American.
I don't think he's a terrorist, but I might be okay with the idea of him being an alien.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
I'd
there
go
could
with
be
that.
alien terrorists. You know,
Think about alien probably searches what do this humans look like and found like a picture from the 90s with a guy with a wallet chain.
So he's an alien where he's got chameleon type garb on, and he's
pop
like
punk guy from the 90s.
Well, you know what they say, like the aliens live so far away that when they look at us through the light, that takes so long for the light to travel, that he saw the 90s and it came back to him, and it's like so he's way out of time.
Maybe not 90s. Maybe the alien popped in and looked at the planet Earth and saw an Offspring concert from 2007 and said, this is what humans look like.
I will wear this.
I don't know why they sound like robots, but
I like it.
I cannot believe that they're. So you're saying that you have never seen an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Not one.
You alien.
Yeah, never. I've never seen Terminators. The Terminators.
I've never seen Terminators.
Vicky brought up one that was like a holiday movie. Never seen that one.
Jingle All the Way.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I actually did make my wife watch that with me last Christmas, and she was not happy.
I don't blame her.
This movie
Sinbad.
is trash.
Yeah, it's not anybody's best work.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even think of any other movies that I would have seen with him in it.
Kindergarten Cop. That was also filmed in Astoria. You love Astoria.
Yeah.
Okay, Vicky, I know you're trying, but
I'm trying, man.
He's not.
Commando. You love going Commando.
Yeah, I do, but never seen the movie.
No.
Yeah, Predator. I mean, that's pretty much what you are.
What, Predator?
Yeah, you know.
Oh.
I don't know.
He was in that movie?
What kind of predator do you think he is?
I'm gonna let him
alien,
pick.
right?
He's an alien. He can predatorize any way he wants.
You are right.
He
Now,
probes people with his alien prober.
I'm trying to think of what other Arnold movies would make sense for you to. Twins?
Conan the Barbarian?
No, never seen Twins.
How about Conan?
No, never seen Conan.
What was the one where he was pregnant?
Junior?
Junior, I think, yes.
Never seen that one.
Man,
Never
you
saw
missed out on a
Twins.
great there was an era of
Can't believe
Arnold
it.
Schwarzenegger comedies that were next level bad and awesome at the same time.
Batman and Robin.
No.
Oh, you did. Chill out.
Who was he in Batman and Robin?
Mr. Freeze.
I was
I've
Mr.
rid-
Freeze, you
I've-
bastard.
I've ridden the ride
Okay, close
at
enough.
Six Flags.
You never,
I'll take it. I'll take
never
it.
saw
It's good enough.
Batman. You never saw Bat Nipples?
No.
Man.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if we can ask you to watch these movies. I don't even know. I don't know if it was just a moment in time.
Oh, yeah.
They're great.
He would hate them.
You don't think he'd like Twins or Junior or
Well, I'm thinking of like
Kindergarten Cop?
Last Action Hero.
No.
Oh, I love that one.
I feel like Kindergarten Cop or Twins might be our best bet.
Really? What about good action stuff? You don't think he goes?
I
for
don't
like-
think Danny. Do you
I'm
like
not a-
action movies?
Not a big action
Oh, fuck,
person.
he doesn't like action
I like
movies, doesn't-
comedy, if anything.
Doesn't like candy.
Yeah, so Twins maybe. Is that a comedy?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I did laugh at the one where was that Twins where he was singing the thing on the plane the other
Oh,
day?
Yakety Yak.
Yeah, Yakety Yak.
Which movie was that?
Don't talk back.
That was funny to me, but I don't know.
It was either Twins or Junior or Kindergarten Cop. It was one of those three. I feel like those three are our only safe bets when it comes to Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Okay, I don't think he's going to do it though. And I don't know if
But
I can ask him.
Expendables. No, you're not an action movie guy.
No. That's right. Is he going to be in the new Expendables? Expendables 4? I don't think I saw his name on that.
Not sure.
That's unfortunate if he's not, because I mean,
someone brought up a good point. New Mexico is known for aliens.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
sure.
right.
Yeah.
Well, you know he doesn't do
Roswell, bitch.
meth. So it's either meth or aliens.
Yeah, meth aliens.
Meth aliens.
Yeah. Where do you think blue meth came from? Aliens.
Aliens for me. I brought it.
Yeah, it's not Walter White's creation. Wow, that is disturbing, Steve. I'm with you. I'm glad you brought that up.
It kind of took me a second to be like, wait a second, what? I feel like everybody in this planet at some point has seen at least one Arnold movie.
I mean, I think another one that will blow your mind too is I don't think I've ever seen anything with Sylvester Stallone either.
Whoa! But you know what? He didn't
Okay.
have a dad in the house, Steve. He didn't have a dad in the house. Because I made Joey. I mean, Sarah got out of it because I think she was too young. But I made Joey watch all those movies.
You don't need a dad in your house. Rocky can become your dad.
I will say this. I don't know how many Sly movies I showed to Joey, but I showed him tons of Arnold movies. Oh, man. All right. Well, speaking of another action star, what do Ryan Castle and Keanu Reeves have in common? Oh, I'm going to tell you. Do that at 9:50. I'll make that 9:52 on The Rock.
And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Keanu Reeves have in common?
I am an FBI agent.
Yeah, you are.
I also spent a lot of time with Bodie, the Georgetown beer, Bodhisattva.
I get you.
We have a Johnny Utah, too. You sensing a theme here?
Oh, look at this. You're bringing back all the old school movies, man.
Yeah.
Someone said both have taken pills from a mysterious man in a trench coat.
Well, that has happened.
You don't want to mess with either of their dogs.
No, you don't.
Do not.
Yeah.
Both are on an excellent adventure.
And a bogus journey at the same time.
Yeah. Well,
I actually named one of my dogs after Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure from George Carlin, Rufus.
Oh,
very nice.
I was going to say Socrates.
Socrates, exactly.
Keanu Reeves made a 9-year-old fan's day in Houston by, before his show with his band Dogstar. Now, he did not put this up on his social media like The Rock would have.
Oh, come on.
But Keanu signed a few autographs for the fan and his brother and grandma and was asked if he played catch with a football, which, of course, Keanu's like, let's go. And the fan's grandma said he was really good to him. Older brother said he was surprised by Keanu's hair. He said, I knew he had long hair. I didn't think it would be white. But he's like 59, right? So, I mean, it's going to be happening there, too.
Is he 59?
I heard he was 59.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that? And you have a 12-pack next.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
From town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are advocating for what's right. We're working to increase affordable housing supply and ensure fair housing for all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. Parents can send instant money transfers, automate allowance, and more. Plus, keep an eye on spending with real-time notifications. Join more than 6 million families building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get your first month free at greenlight.com/Odyssey. That's greenlight.com/Odyssey.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quiet-Tech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Best Select Pro. Professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly.